All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I like the quality of the video so far. It's great. All right, guys, welcome to Voice of Sinoe here. Please share the link for us as you join. We highly appreciate it. Yeah. Hi. Hi, guys. Prudence. Let me get started here, okay?
I want to say hi first.
You want to say hi to the people? I look for my music.
Hi, my tooth came out.
Your tooth came out. Okay. She said her tooth came out.
And I would say hi too.
All right. We'll talk later, okay? Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of Sinoe. We're esoteric here. We have a special guest on the platform. His name is Lioyd Togba. Is my special guest. Let me see if I can get my music here while I do some sharing, please. As you get on, share the link for us. We will highly appreciate that. So let me get my music here. Where's my music? My music. Somebody sent my music to me the other day. Okay. My father sent it to me, I think.
Saryorpodeh lọ́sẹ̀ sàbẹ̀rẹ̀ yó. Ìyáde bọ̀lẹ́ kọ́ gbàdé ìlú wa. Ìyáde bọ̀lẹ́ kọ́ gbàdé ìlú wa. Ọ̀dẹ iná lé kọ́ gbàdé ìlú wa. Àbẹ́yẹ̀yọ. Jọ̀wọ́n lu ọjọ́ ìyàwó. Ó sọ̀rọ̀. Ìlẹ̀tùlẹ̀ ìyáde lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Saryorpodeh. Ìyáde lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ Grand Gedeh lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ìyáde lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Mọ̀nà ń dábìí ẹja ó tí òkè rọ̀ jẹ́lé. Màá ìdí wílé àmàlù sọ̀mù gàdúrẹ́ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Ìsàwọn kò tán ó tọ́mọ jẹ́ o. Jẹ́lẹ́bọ̀ jẹ́lẹ̀ kéde ní mú o. Wọ́n dábìí ẹ tí òkè rọ̀ jẹ́lé o. Jẹ̀bẹ̀ ó bá ìdí wílé àmàlù sọ̀mù gàdúrẹ́ o. Sàdé ọ̀pẹ̀ jẹ́ dọ̀tí ọ̀tàrí o. Lẹ́yìn tí sàábẹ́rì, lẹ́kàmọ̀ tí sàábẹ́rì, lẹ́kúlá tí sàábẹ́rì, lẹ́tọ̀wọ̀ tí sàábẹ́rì, sàdé àbẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀rún léwọ́lẹ́wọ́. Gọ̀bẹ́sẹ̀lẹ̀ náà lè bàdó mọ́jẹ̀ wo òye ìbẹ̀ owó tó bí ẹ̀rú àbínú o. Ń bòdò bọ̀ ń sí ọdẹ sanwó. Ìyáde lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn fi Saryorpodeh lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wo. Yẹ́lẹ̀ jẹ́nyálẹ̀ mi yàtọ̀ wá níwọ̀n ní Saryorpodeh. Jẹ́nyálẹ̀ mi yàtọ̀ wá níwọ̀n ní Saryorpodeh. Jẹ́nyálẹ̀ mi yàtọ̀ wá níwọ̀n náà ooo. Owó sọ̀wẹ́ ooo báyìí. Wọ́n lè mú àṣà ìdìbò yẹ kọ̀ǹdé ó lẹ́yìn kan. Sáré dàrí àbúwọ́ pa òyà yẹ ẹ́ lọ́yọ̀ sẹ́mú. Sẹ́mú láyé mẹ́ dàrí ayélujára ní wọ́n lè mú ọ̀sẹ̀ ìdìbò yẹ jòó dẹnu náà. Kọ́ńkọ́ yọ jí mò ó, kọ́ńkọ́ yọ jí mò ó. Saryorpodeh ó, kọ́ńkọ́ yọ jí mò ó, kọ́ńkọ́ yọ jí mò ó, kọ́ńkọ́ yọ jí mò ó. Saryorpodeh ó, kọ́ńkọ́ yọ jí mò ó, kọ́ńkọ́ yọ jí mò ó, kọ́ńkọ́ yọ jí mò ó. Gọ̀bẹ́sẹ̀ yọ ẹ̀ náà lè pàrọ̀ àbùkù yìí ó. Saryorpodeh kẹ̀yí ẹni ó sí òǹdé sanwó kẹ̀yí ẹni ó sí òǹdé sanwó mọ̀nà bóru bọ̀ ń sí òǹdé sanwó. Àmì ẹ̀yìn abúlé bu ayé dẹ̀gbẹ́lu dé àwọn ẹ̀mọ́sù ìwòsàn ẹ̀wọ̀ kàyọ́ àánú délé wúwo. Ama agbanyi uri ọrụ ule na efili. Adaghị sàárì o sàádé dẹ́wọ́. Sàádé àpèdé àbí o ẹ̀kọ́ tí ó dé àdé adarí o. Yàrá ń lórí kéde àti àìdèwé yìí o. Òòjọ́ wọn àrùn ọjọ́ ìyàwó Saryorpodeh. Ooo ní ìlọ. Sàádé yìí ni mo mọ̀ o. Sàádé pàdé ya. Pàdé àbẹ̀ kèrè o. Kèrè àbẹ̀ kèrè sọ́dún o máa sí òkúrọ̀ yá tèlé lórí. Kéré kèrè àsìkò rẹ̀. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ yí ẹ̀ka rẹ̀ lọ́ba tó. Jẹ́jú gbẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ̀mú dára yín mú. Déwájú ọjọ́ pẹ̀lú. Káyé kan ìlú ní gbogbo ẹ̀yìn. Sọ̀gbọ́n ìgbà kan ní gbọ̀ngàn ìjọba jẹ́ ayé. Sàádé àbẹ̀. Sàádé àbẹ̀. Sàádé àbẹ̀. Sàádé àbẹ̀. Sàádé àbẹ̀. Sàádé àbẹ̀. Sàádé àbẹ̀.
All right, guys, that's a great man song over there, Dr. Saryorpodeh. If you want to order that song, just let me know. I will send you a copy. Make sure you cash out me the amount, and I will send you a copy of the great man's son, Dr. Saryorpodeh. You know, I don't like commotion, right? I don't like fighting. I just like to say the truth to people. When something is not right, we cannot embellish it. We cannot embellish it. We cannot outline nothing is wrong when things are wrong. And so we have to identify what is wrong in order to fix it. You know, and that's my philosophy. So the fact that I'm fighting for things to get right doesn't mean I like to fight. I like to engage into altercation. No, that is not the case. I'm very peaceful. And so I have a special guest on the platform. His name is Lioyd. Lioyd is my special guest, so I try to share the stuff here. That's why I'm not engaging with you right now. And so please, as you get on, share the link for us. We will highly appreciate your kind gesture to share the link for us. No need to be afraid when you are spreading the truth to the people. All right, so I think I share enough now. I should be good. All right, I think I got enough now. Okay, let's get the ball rolling here. All right, wonderful. Welcome to Voice of Sinoe. We'll be sending the link shortly to my special guest. Let's see. I want to bring my device. One second, guys. I'll be right back. Let me get something here for my phone. I don't want to hold it in my hand. Drop something. Let me get everything dropping in studio here. Let me get my phone holder here for you. I'll be right back. Good job. All right, I'm right back. Sorry, guys. I'll get my phone holder here so I can monitor from the device here as well. Hey, President Otello, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Mr. Panto, how are you? Welcome aboard. Let's see some of the comments are trending here. Exclusive Ease is following. How you doing, Elise? Thanks for following the show. That's great. And by the way, that Elise is my daughter. She's a student of the month. She just gone on a roll. I have a guest today, so I'll do a special program to do a shout out to her. All right, guys, welcome to Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora. Today, January the 30th, 2022, and as usual, we are coming to you from the city of Prosper Park, Pennsylvania. So my special guest today on the platform is Mr. Togba. We'll be sending the link in a little bit for him to join the show so we can get the ball rolling here for you. Now, before I send the link to Mr. Togba to join me, let me give you a quick update here. I mean, I know I gave you the breaking news last night, but maybe some people did not get it. They were sleeping, so they didn't get the breaking news. So I want to break that news again, and so I'll be right back. All right, guys, so welcome to Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora with Saryorpodeh Esoteric. Coming to you from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, these United States of America. All right, so last night, if you are not on the platform, we gave you this breaking news. We'll just change the title a little bit. So we called it New Leadership in Iowa on David Milton. All right, New Leadership in Iowa on President David Milton. All right, so USAA Iowa chapter has a new leadership now. Last night, the members, they had a massive meeting last night. Meeting that was well attended, and so the members they decided to, because we'll give you the breaking news. Not too long ago, the members suspending, or if you like, firing Mr. Dave Cooley for time indefinite. And so after that decision was made, they decided to bring in new set of leaders to steer the affairs of the chapter. Okay, so against that background, again, I showed you the leaders last night. If you are not on board, I will just show the leaders to you again, the new leaders for the Iowa chapter, so you can know that your new leadership over there. So the president for the Iowa chapter is Mr. David Milton. Mr. David Milton is the president of the Iowa chapter of the USAA now. It's no longer Dave Cooley. All right, so you got to keep that information at the back of your head now. Now, here's another picture of the president of the Iowa chapter, His Excellency David Milton. Okay, so now the vice president to David Milton is Abel Morris. You know, Abel Morris was the vice president to Mr. Dave Cooley, the outgoing president, this guy right here, the guy that people took from there. So Abel was the vice president to him. And so because of that corruption scandal, Abel Morris been somebody who has who is a soldier of justice, who against corruption. He fought robustly. He was able to galvanize the members, the people, the members of that chapter, and they were able to kick Mr. Dave Cooley out. All right, so now the vice president of that chapter is Abel Morris. Yes, another picture over here of Baku. I mean, the brother got my respect. That's how we do it. That's how we clean our community. That's how we clean our nation. You know, when people are doing wrong things, we don't support them. All right, so Abel Morris is the vice president. The secretary is called Franklin Tony Wallow. It's the secretary for that chapter. Franklin Wallow is the secretary. Yes, another image of the brother here. All right, that's Franklin, the secretary for the Iowa chapter. He took over from Tia Cleon from the local things. Tia Cleon is in solidarity with Dave Cooley. And so apparently he left, and that's why Mr. Wallow is now in charge of the secretarial position. The treasurer of the chapter is Philomena Jitto. Philomena Jitto is the treasurer for the Iowa chapter. All right. Next on the list of the new leadership is that's Mr. Eddie Copley. Eddie Copley is the senior advisor to the new leaders. All right. That's another image of Eddie here. So he's the senior advisor to the current administration in the Iowa chapter. All right, so now you know your new leaders of the Iowa chapter headed by Milton. David Milton is the president of that chapter. Now, I want to send the link to my special guest, so I want to just give you something quickly. The first thing on the agenda, the information coming into the speculation room of Voice of Sinoe. The first thing that Mr. David Milton wants to tackle, you know, as a president. That's the information that is coming into the speculation room. But Ben, given the magnitude of that information, it will be a breaking news. I'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So the breaking news coming into the speculation room of Voice of Sinoe from the Iowa chapter, the new president, David Milton. So it says David Milton of Iowa vows to bring former President Dave Cooley to justice. All right. The incumbent, he's saying that he has to audit, they're going to set up a forensic audit team to audit Mr. Dave Cooley. You know, the corruption that went on under his watch is massive. And so he says he's coming to make sure that Mr. Dave Cooley is taken to justice. We can just change, he said, we can just change the leadership and just leave things as is, you know. Somebody must be held accountable. So the next president that will come, they will not try because the president will be set. So the new president of the Iowa chapter, David Milton, that's the information that's coming into the speculation room. His first 90 days in office is to pursue the outgoing president and his team to find out why they perpetrated such corruption in the union and what led to that and how they can prevent that moving forward. All right, so that's the mission. We are told that's the first thing in the first 90 days. The president-elect of the interim leader, if he left the Iowa chapter, David Milton, is planning to pursue. Now, let me send the link here quickly to my special guest here so that he can join me. He's the man of the day today, so let me send this to him quickly. And I'll give you some things to chew on while we are waiting for him, but I'm quite sure his car is quite punctual. There you go here. I will send this to him. Boom. Okay, it's gone. Hopefully he will get it. Or else, Lord, if you are watching, if you don't get that email, I'm getting a message here. So I don't know. Let me see. Let me send it one more time. Let me read that message that just came to me. So, wow. What it says here. You can use this feature right now. We will limit. All right. So what you do? Let me send it, gentlemen, to see whether you can just send me quick his email, and I can just forward the link to him. It's not allowing me right now to send it to him through Messenger, so it's quite strange. Quite strange that they are not. Let me tell him, please send me email. That is quite unusual. Either the text message is not going through. Let me get a quick entertainment while I'm doing that over here. Let me get a commercial for you. I'll be right back. Let me get something for you musically. I'll be right back.
Superstar,
Let me see. Welcome back here. Welcome back to Voice of Sinoe. With Esoteric. I'm trying to get in contact with my guest here. Hopefully he will get on. Yeah, but I'm finding it difficult. We just spoke before I got on, and now I'm calling. He's not picking up. Yeah, but let's see. Maybe he will pick up. I don't know. He will call me back. Things going on around. So let's see how it plays out. But this is like if you are joining us again, I will just give you a little update with respect to the Iowa president, the new president, the information that's coming into the speculation room. It says that David Milton of Iowa vows to bring Dave Cooley to justice. The outgoing president, I'm told they are going to set up a forensic audit team. They're going to be auditing the outgoing president, his team. to see how they manage the organization resources over there. Because if the man can take off 45,900 and put it in the account, what else we do not know. And so the new president, Mr. Milton, is saying, we have to make sure that man is audited, and so that nobody, this step would not be repeated, that Mr. Dave couldn't carry on the corruption. All right, so that's something you have to know. Now, today in the nation capital city, Monrovia, the chairman-elect of SADO was inaugurated today. That's Mr. George Gedeh. Mr. Gedeh and the team, they were inaugurated today in the office. I didn't plan to give you the major speeches from our occasion because I have a special guest. But what I listened to so far, the guest speaker, his name slipped my mind, but he spoke well. His message was very good. Something that I took from him while I was listening to him. He said something to the effect of, let me put this here. There was something he said, violation of the rule of law can cause confusion or chaos in the community. That's something the guest speaker said today. Violation of the rule of law can cause confusion in the community. So when I heard that from him, I said, yeah, he nailed that. And so the guest speaker today for SADO, he did a magnificent work. He did a great job. He exhorted the leaders that, number one thing, obey the rule of law. In other words, respect the Constitution of the SAPO Development Organization in Liberia. The leaders, you have to follow the rule of law. Don't operate outside the rule of law, then you'll be causing confusion. Just the same way we have it here. Our former president refused to obey the rule of law, the Constitution, the laws that were put in place. He violated. That's why we have confusion now in the community. And so now the guest speaker today in Liberia was telling the leaders, violation of the rule of law can cause confusion in the community. That's something he said. And by the way, he spoke on the theme, development through community unity. Development through community development. That's the subject you spoke on today. And so in essence, he was saying, unity is cardinal to development in the community. In the absence of unity, you cannot carry on development. And so he was talking to the people. In order to achieve development, you have to focus on unity. So development through community unity. The community has to be united. Because when you are together, you have more resources. When you are divided, the other people carry that little thing on the other side, the other people carry that stuff. And so the resources are not being put in one box, just the same way we have right now in the USA. So indirectly, the guest speaker was speaking to us. We are not making an impact back home because we are divided. And why we are divided is because our former president refused to follow the rule of law. The instrument that we put in place, he refused to obey the rule of law. And so now we have confusion in the community. And so development has been impeded because you need unity in the community for development to become a reality. And so the guest speaker did a wonderful job today. Other key points that he elaborated on today, just send you, okay, let me see my guest here now. He said he sent me the address. Okay, let me send that to him quickly, and I will give you some insight of the guest speaker while we are waiting for my guest here to get on. Let me send that email address to him quickly. All right, it's quick. We'll be very quick here on this one. Dropping stuff here all over the place. All right, let me put that stuff in here. The email. Okay, that's LYD GGAA. Yeah, okay, let me shoot this one to him quick. All right, I just send that to him. Hopefully, you will get it as soon as possible. All right, so I'm waiting for my guest here. He will be on shortly. I just sent a link to him. All right, so now, so as I was saying, so the guest speaker today, for some whatever reason, his name just slipped my mind. Anyway, so again, he spoke on three key points, at least that I got from his speech. So he talked about the key points. The key points is unity, number one. He said, do not overlook people, no matter what, whether a small boy or a small girl, the person is not a minister, the person is a minister. Do not overlook anyone. And that's a valid and key point he made. You know, people got a tendency to look down to other people. Oh, the other man, book. Oh, the other man, he did, and so they tend to look down on people. So the man said unity. In the point of unity, when you're elaborating, you talk about do not overlook people. Talk to everybody, the youth, the elders, the women, and the list goes on. Now my guest is on, so unfortunately I have to suspend the talking point. I was just improvising since he wasn't here yet. So let me see. My guest is on now. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, I have the opportunity to invite on the screen for the first time our own son, our brother, Lioyd Togba. He contested last year in LIBERIA, Saryorpodeh County District number 8. He wanted to be a representative. So when he gets here, we'll say more. I don't like to do introduction before I screw something up. So without further ado, I want to bring Lioyd on camera for the first time. How you doing, yeah,
how you
doing, man?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Okay. Yes, you are right. I did contest in District number 8, Saryorpodeh County. It was not last year. It was 2017 election.
2017. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. We were unsuccessful for the moment. We will re-collaborate and go back in full force because I made a promise that I can't fail one class 2 times. So we'll re-collaborate and we'll go back for this time victory show.
Okay. All right, before we even go into, since you started with that comment, I just want to just have a little insight as to, so you can't fail this, it's in class twice, you said. So what led to your defeat in the first place? And how badly were you defeated, or how well did you do?
lot of factors led to my defeat. I was absent from that country for over 15 years before going to contest. My going to Liberia before my candidacy in the 2017 election was very brief. I was going 2 weeks, coming back. So majority of the people that we knew have left the community, new people there. They don't know me, they don't know my background, they don't know what I'm capable of. So there were a lot of factors playing into that. Now, when I went back, tried to reintroduce myself to the community and also to be able to get people to know who I am, that I was born here and stuff like that. Time I've already left. But one of the biggest factor to it was our own sample people, and which will lead to which later on we'll discuss in about this organization and this unity of our people. You know, their children in elections, they don't support them because maybe it's not their own biological children, so It's not a family member, not a relative. They don't support we don't support ourselves. So the Sabbath was enough to make me. I didn't need nobody else. Sabbath was enough to make me representative of District Number 8. But however, due to disconnectivity of each other, we were able to face massive defeat. And this is the unfortunate truth. We are one man away from our involvement in national politics. Honorable Marvin Zarzar, the only Sabo man in the whole legislature of 73 representatives, senators, no Sabo man there besides Honorable Marvin Zarzar. Manosi, Sabo is no longer a participant in national politics. The Gigi people, they got people in Sinoe County, they got people all around the place, district and senatorial positions. But our Sabo people don't look at it in that way to be able to push their children forward to form.
So, Lioyd, I think we'll jump in a little bit. I want to make that quick correction. I mean, people that are following, maybe they don't know who you are. So if you want to do a little self-introduction so they can have a little background.
Yes, my name is Lioyd Togba. My father is Stephen Lioyd Togba. My father is Stephen Lawrence Togba, not Lord, sorry. My father is Stephen Togba and my mother is Beatrice Morris Togba. My father is from Waja District. And my mother is a single woman. Single are your people there?
Our people.
So, yeah. So my mother is a single woman, and I was born in Raspberry Valley, what is known as down the whole the Sapoya. I was born there in the early 80s, grew up there, went to school on Capital Bypass, throughout the entire war in Liberia. I was there until 1998. December I left, I went to Ghana. 1999 I came to America. I went to school in America. I went to high school here. I went to university. I graduated. I went to graduate school here, master in behavior science. So, most of the thing, I don't like to use credential because one great Sapo man by the name of Oscar Jawi Kuya, he said that don't use your degree to intimidate. Don't let people use your degree to intimidate you. So don't use it. So if I will not allow it on myself, I will not do it to other people. So I'm a simple Sapo man. My empire Sapo, we grew up humble, very humble. We had to make our own way in the world. And then I also politically, I'm a member of the CDC since 2005. I serve on various positions as far as operation for CDC in America in Pennsylvania chapter. I serve as one of the strategists during the election campaign 2017. In fact, before the election 2017, I was the tripartite arrangement was my brainchild. I suggested that to Honorable McGill, Nathaniel McGill in Philadelphia, and I had we call Joel at the time, and what other things. It was around 2014, 2015, and we put that together. So it was a Sapo man behind the scene. Sapo boy have a long history of bringing down government. You can tell from the Chewy party, there were two Sapo people who was the main force behind the Chewy party coming down. Oscar Jawi Kuya and Secretary General of Power. Wherever we have Deacon Carlor, General Coordination of Power. So those guys were there recruiting and mobilizing and fighting and putting, we are great people, but we just need to put ourselves together. We are great people. We are the Israelite. We are the real Israelite of that wherever the philosophical or whatever dynamics whatever communication want to use.
Lioyd, not to call you up, but so since you brought the current administration of power, are you putting any position in the government currently?
When I first started, I left Liberia as the director for operations for Liberia Civil Aviation Authority.
Okay.
I held that position from 2018 to, let's say, present, because nobody there yet.
Oh, okay.
So the administration have been good to me. They have been good to some of our own Sabo people. Unfortunately, we lost our big brother by the name of Honorable Minister Mabutu Vlad, who was another thing again. After we won the election, I met Mabutu in may he so rest in peace. He's listening to me as I'm speaking now. His spirit is listening as I'm speaking. So if I lie, there are consequences to that. I met him in Natano Magay, Minister of State House. You know, when the top brass can enter the main living room upstairs. So we entered the living room, we're sitting there, we're eating pepper soup, rice, and fish. But then, you know, so Honorable Yipan came downstairs, and I said, "Oh, I want to speak to you. I suppose support to him." I said, "I'm for him, you know." So he said, "Where you want to tell me?" I said, "Well, not here. I will not tell you here. I will come to your office the next day. I will talk to you." He said, "Okay, no problem." So I went to his office. I met a woman by the name of Voltage. I think she's she's one of the city mayor somewhere now. Orito something. What was last name? Whatever. So I went to him.
You can remember, that's fine.
Yeah. So I went to him. I said, when you I said, you know why, former finance minister, what is guy name? What the guy name, man? What the guy?
Finance minister, you're talking about
Amara Kone. I said, you know what, Amara Kone is very strong amongst his people. He said, I don't know what you're driving, but tell me what you mean. I said, because when he went to Ministry of Finance, he carried his people behind him. He empowered his people. And I am urging you to do the same with Sapo people. Honestly, he sat down for long. And he was a great thinker. He sat down for long and said, yeah, you know, you're right. And after 2 months, I think 3 months or so, when I went back to visit him, the place was flooded with Sapo people. The place was completely flooded with Sapo people. Drugs were giving left, right. So you see, that's why he had the Sapo people so much when he died. Because now we have our chance to partake in the eating of the national park. And the guy who is the one that opening the door for us for them. So that's why he had us. So yeah, so I've been with the party, not to divert. I've been with the party for a while. I was the secretary general of the placement committee when we won the election. So that means everybody who were going to get political appointment, that means the party to my office.
Okay.
So yeah, we play. And another thing again, as a Sapo child, I'm playing integral role in formation of government.
So, but Lord, the philosophy you're preaching, though, the idea that was conveyed to the late minister, to empower his own people. I mean, you say you've worked at the civil aviation right now. How many Sapo people did you employ?
I didn't have the employment power. This is how the civil aviation run. The director general have the absolute power. The director general, but you can lobby with the director general to be able to employ people. I was given names by one of my uncle by the name of James Mwen. That was Mwen's father, who to employ. So I went over to the director general at the time, James Imaya Nukwe, who was former vice president of Kenya with Unity Party. So we sat down, we discussed it. It was in the deal when I got injured. I didn't know about what happened to me. I had to leave Liberia for almost a year plus because I got injured. I got injured on my leg. I had to go to Ghana for surgery. After the surgery in Ghana, I had to fly to India and to America. I came to America with bandages and crutches. I think the information you guys, I don't know
how. The news, yeah, but I don't know exactly what happened.
So after it took a year plus to go back, because the process was all, you got to be there to push it. When I went back, at the time, Nuko was considering to run for senator. You understand? And he have already left. So the new director general that was there, I didn't know him that well for me to be able to go around him. And when I went there, things have changed. A lot of policy. I'm talking about a year plus. And you understand me? A lot of things have changed. So yeah, we were working in that direction, but we're not able to get to it. Okay,
excellent. Not backtrack too much or go sidetrack too much. I think you are here specifically for the conflict within the union,
the United Sapo Association.
Yeah, so I think that's what you wanted to speak to. So I want us to get straight to that. Conflict in the USA. I mean, what do you know about the conflict in the union?
Before I speak, I want to say this. Before I speak, the truth causes offense. And when you are in possession of the truth, people will lie on you and they will kill you. because you're in possession of the truth. My people, what I will speak on tonight will be the truth, but I beg you, it is not intentional to hurt anybody's reputation or to hurt any side that may think that they are affected. I am only trying to put ourselves together for us to be able to realize our own potential and to go forward. That is my disclaimer. Now let's move forward to the question. What do I know about the conflict that is engulfed in the United Sabo Association in the Americas? Well, this is my understanding of that conflict. One, election was to be held in 2020 in Florida, convention. The Ebola situation occurred. The Ebola situation occurred. Grand Gedeh, by constitutional mandate, term were already have elapsed. So what the board? They should have submitted themselves to the General Assembly for election if they want re-election for whatever position that they were constitutionally eligible for. But they could not get there due to the pandemic, the corona pandemic. Now, with the corona pandemic, things were suspended. And when things were suspended, the election or the convention was affected by what was going on in the country. Fast forward, the board now said they want to go for convention, the board. But the Constitution, I don't think the board call for convention. It's a general assembly. Anyway, the board said they won't go for a convention. So even though at the time the pandemic scares was still there, and Florida was still being hard hit, they said they're going to go for a convention. GGAA didn't go for the convention. President Meyer went for the convention, and you went for the convention, and then you guys ran on white ballot and were elected by that convention. And then the first year is that Grand Gedeh is saying that we do not recognize that convention. And President Meyer group is saying that I am a legitimate president, all because the board is the one who is playing the card. Two, the second thing is that the board took President G and Green to court, and calls the officer to court. And when they went to, and they are now in court trying to, I think, get money back from the account that this United Sabo Association had and stuff like that. So that's what I know so far that is playing the Sabo Association in America is leadership crisis. Egotistical people holding this.
Lord, before you go ahead with further comments, let kind of get some. I think there's some cleavages in your analysis, which I think we have to straighten out certain things.
All right, sharpen the contradiction.
Yeah. So first, you're talking about board wanted convention. I think we'll have to make that clear. The board did not request for convention. It's the Constitution. It's a request.
The Constitution was suspended. The Constitution was suspended due to the pandemic.
Who suspended?
There was a crisis. There was a national crisis in this country. People were dropping their flies.
Hold on. Let's talk one at a time. Who suspended the Constitution?
The Constitution is emergency clause that says this. The president can suspend the Constitution due to emergency clause.
Where have you read the USA Constitution, Lord? Have you? I got a copy right here.
The Constitution I read.
I got a copy right here.
Listen now.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
It was the Constitution I read was the one that was revised in 2017. I don't know why the same way I still have.
Yeah, I got all the copies here.
2017
I'll read it out.
2017, right?
That
the 2017 Constitution you have?
I got all the copies.
I was saying for the 2017, I know about.
Yeah, just give me the clause and I'll read it to the audience that says that the president can suspend the Constitution?
No, there's I cannot forbid in it. You say can I memorize the entire Constitution, but what I can tell you is that you see in politics when USAA is what is a non-for-profit organization. Am I right? And the American government, USAA is underneath their constitution. I mean, if your constitution conflict with the American government, government supersedes it.
Right.
That's why we are in court. That's why the Sabbath put in court today. Because
the organization, the Constitution,
they are in court because we want the American Constitution to look at our Constitution. We won't compare some law to law. We won't compare law and see how it is. Then the judge will come. The judges only having jurisdiction based on the Constitution of America. They're not based on Sabbath Association Constitution.
No, but Lord, I think you are trying to segue.
All right, this is what I want to say. This is what I want to say. What I want to say is that there was serious pandemic issue in America that caused organizations, people to not gather. Even up to now, they have just started lifting up, lift the gathering of people together. Before there were 10 people, 2 people, 5 persons, and you know that you were in the war, the pandemic war. You were part of it. You saw how people were dropping and dying left and right. So we couldn't get up. We couldn't go to convention. So I think.
If assuming the argument you're making is valid,
yeah.
When Green had a convention in Minnesota, was the convention or the pandemic over?
I don't know about no convention in Minnesota.
You know that Green held convention in Minnesota. You don't know about that?
I don't know about any convention in Minnesota. When he did that, then he contravenes wherever the rules is.
Yeah, the man said he's not going to Florida, but he called for convention in Minnesota, which does not have the mandate to do that. Do
you have a convention flyer, not flyer, whatever they promoted on the Facebook or paperwork?
It's not something debatable. It's how I mean.
No, you asked me the code clauses now, so I just wanted to know.
Yeah. I mean, it's common knowledge.
You're a man of impeccable character. I respect you, my brother. Let me be real with you, not because you are relative to me. Let me be real with you. Me, I respect you based on that work. You are a man with impeccable character. So you came here and you called me to orders that I should quote clauses in the Constitution that say the president have emergency power to suspend the Constitution when there is an emergency. I know there is somewhere in there, but I cannot put my hands on it now.
No, Lord, there is no clause in here that says that president can call emergency.
However, be has a may. As a guy who I respect and I know, very, very brilliant guy. You don't even have one paper where to see that Green Gedeh went for convention, and you're the secretary general for the other group.
No, I got. If you want me to retrieve stock, I can bring something to you right now and put it on if you want. If you want that, I can.
No, that for the sake of the audience. For the sake of the audience.
You want
the part of the matter is, Honorable Secretary General. Part of the matter is that we should not renegade this communication to pointing fingers. That's not why I'm here. I'm not here to point finger on who's right or who's wrong. Because at the end of the day, we the Sabo people suffer. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. That's not why I'm pointing my finger. That's why I'm here for. I am here so that we can be able to do what? See how best we can to put ourselves together in union strong, success is sure. You understand that? And then put ourselves together to move forward. But we cannot be successful in this life if we continue to not only point finger, but to see who want to be right, who want to be wrong. The fact of the matter is that we have the First Admirer and Grand Gedeh have to come together on common ground and how to meet common ground. Because if we meet common ground, then Sabo will benefit. But right now, Sabo is suffering.
I'm following.
Sabo are suffering right now. You know, it is impeding development. It is impeding a lot of things. that supposed to be done, but because of the constant fight, and then we have to be able to put aside. Let me tell you this. Let's go Okana. Let me tell you this.
Right.
Let me clear with you. You're my own brother. If you not like me for that reason, no problem. You're my own brother.
No, but
your side wrong. Your side. Let me real. Your side. Yeah, your side. Everybody, you got to kind of get or else with this with.
No, but Lord, what I want us to do is, in order to opine on the issue properly, you have to know, you have to be abreast with what is going on in the union.
But that's what is going on.
Understand, huh?
But that's what is going on in the union. It's power struggle.
I like your opening statement. You said truth causes offense. So when you are saying the truth, you should know the facts. So number one, you said the president can call for convention or abort the constitution.
I said, no.
Let's talk one at a time, Lord. Let's talk one at a time.
When you misquoted me, I'm sorry. I will let you talk. When you misquoted me, I never said the president call for convention.
You said the president.
I said somewhere in the Constitution, there have to be a clause for emergency power of the president. That's why I said.
Okay, so that doesn't exist in our Constitution. That's why I want to make that correction. Number two, you said President Myers was elected on web ballot. That is not true. The people
who contested against her?
Hold on now. There are other people that express the desire, but I don't want to call names right now. But what I'm saying, this is how it happened.
Okay, I don't want to know who was the opponent.
Hold on now. Hold on. Let's talk one at a time, buddy.
All right, Chief. All right.
When we went to Florida, it was settled this way. They settled the ballot, everything, the printed ballot. They gave Lioyd a ballot. They said, Lioyd, you can either vote for France or you say no. So the printed ballot for everybody, web ballot is where one person will come on and say, oh, here's the ballot for the person who put it in the box. It wasn't the case. So the printed ballot, they gave everybody ballot. The people that register, they say, you can either vote for France or you don't vote for all. It's up to you. And the people decided 99% of the people over there, they put it in their ballots. So you can't call that web ballot. That's number one correction. Number two correction.
All right. Finish your correction, I will correct you.
Yeah, that's number two correction.
All right.
And you said Bo told Geleo to court. No, the board did not take Geleo to court. It's the General Assembly that took Geleo to court. So we have to make that correction because the board cannot take the man to court without the mandate of the General Assembly. So we went to Florida. They agreed that everybody says that Greens should go. They should take the people to court, and they get series of steps. The first step is say when you go home, write Green to turn over all the things in your possession. We did that. Green did not reply to us, and it's just step two now. The board and the national administration chair implement the mandate. So the board did not take Green to court. Go ahead, it's your turn. Go ahead.
All right. This is what I want to make correction of.
Yeah.
I like you. I really do like this guy.
Go ahead.
This is what I want to make correction of. Web ballot don't simply mean you stand up in the air and say the people here are voting for Saryorpodeh. I put it down. No. Web ballot means you have no opponent. So you're running what you call the two-way party form of election, where caucus will go and say we carry Saryorpodeh, and as Saryorpodeh we carry. There was no opposition against, or there was no debate. What were the steps that was taken to be able to vet? For the people to vet qualified leaders? There was no debate. There was no nothing. No step taken. The final matter is the printed ballot. So that means that's just say if one person vote for her, that's it. Because she had no opponent. If anybody were to say no, let hypothetical to speak. If we say no, 0, we now want President Mayokla, everybody claim no. Who was going to be president?
That means it will remain like that.
No, then that vacuum in leadership.
No, that what the Constitution provides that the board should be in charge in the absence of the General Assembly. So in that case, when nobody was elected, then the board will be in charge of the organization. The Constitution they provide a position for that.
My brother,
that
was a web ballot situation.
Huh?
Web ballot means you have no opponent.
No, okay, so let me make that clear to you too, though. You are comparing the two-way party. I think they are radically different. Hold on now, hold on. Boy, I let you to talk. Let's talk one at a time. Radically different, you know why?
No.
Green refused to go to Florida. They asked him to settle the guidelines, to put in the guidelines and settle the election commission.
In the midst of the pandemic. In the midst of the pandemic.
Yes. It doesn't.
So
hold
you
on
are
now, hold on,
conducting
Lord.
election in the midst.
Hold on,
I'm
Lord,
asking you
Lord.
now. You will continue. You are conducting election in the midst of the pandemic.
Yes, United States did not suspend their constitution because of pandemic. No, they went ahead with the election. So we were saying we didn't say because it said Lord Green is the problem we have is lack of innovation. We are in the technological age. If you think that it will be dangerous for the people to gather, we can have tele election. You can bring something. That's why the people, the organization of LIBERIA in Canada, that's what they did.
What guarantee will it be free and fair? What my grandma, my grand auntie over there, in the neighbor city, what she know about technology?
You can't. I mean, so, man,
and the essence of convention to raise money. So that means you go there, you buy a ticket, you buy drinks, that to raise money. That's my point I'm trying to make.
So, but the point I'm trying to make, I'm making to you is, Lloyd, when the people, the LIBERIA organization in Canada can do it, I mean, we can't do it.
We are not a LIBERIA organization in Canada. We're not a LIBERIA organization in Canada. We're not the LIBERIA organization in Canada. We are the United Support Association in America. And 40 to 35% of our members are all older people, older women whom we must give respect to. We are duty bound to do that. We must give respect to the old women. The fact of the matter is that if I'm the president of the United States Association at the time of a crisis, I will not put my people at risk. You are talking about America now could suspend its constitution during crisis. Let me give you a unique example. When Pearl Harbor happened, they suspend the constitution. It was a crisis. It was a national emergency. It was a national crisis. So in the United States Association, put on holding going to fight, but the pandemic can be equivalent to that. It was a national crisis. Until that national crisis was subsided, the constitution is hereby suspended. The president now have to say it verbally, verbatim. It don't even have to be written down, by the way. The president independently speaks his policy. So by verbatim, he can say, oh, the constitution is hereby suspended.
Lord, what I'm hearing for you is dictatorship. If you're a democratic president, if you're a democratic, you are going by the document. And that's why Trump will carry America. You were carrying America in that direction, and the people say, no, sir, we can't allow you to do that.
So FDR was a dictator.
So what I'm saying, the point I'm making here is
FDR was a dictator.
I mean, you just said bombing, so it was a state of war. I mean,
war is crisis.
Yeah,
war is an abnormal time. It's not normal time. Pandemic is a war. Have war. It's not normal time.
No, but so the U.S. did not suspend the Constitution, so it was manageable. So what I'm saying, Lord, what I'm saying is
they could not suspend the Constitution because it was a health crisis. That what it would do is that they could prevent people from gathering. Therefore,
but that's exactly what I just said, though. I said green lack of innovation. Now what got us to this point? I mean, the same man said he's not going to Florida, but he called a convention in the middle of the same virus in Minnesota, and they have a convention. So what is the contradiction? Why are you flip-flopping?
I told you already that that part where you put out that Green had a convention in Florida. Will tell you I challenge it because I've never seen anything.
I'm not saying Florida, in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, there was no convention.
Dude, stop that, man. Stop. Let's stop that.
Give me evidence. Show the audience evidence because you knew you are going to talk on this topic for almost 2 weeks. You should have had that evidence that if you bring this up, that Green had, because you tackle me with these questions.
Yeah,
and I let you, you can ask. The reason I love you, you can ask hard questions. I respected you when we invited you to the CDC occasion over there in calling there. The point trying to stop you and interfere. You ask hard questions, which are good. I like hard questions. You can ask hard questions. So you asking hard questions should have your information at your fingertips that there was a convention. Now, if I have a occasion when 10 persons show up and other people then send that money through other cash out, is that what you call convention? That's not fake convention.
Lord, I just want to.
If it was a convention, you are going to be invited. Saryorpodeh.
Lord, I don't want to trivialize the discussion.
What I want to do is I want to call on your leadership to find common ground. First of all, to
All right, let me take the call. Somebody calling here. Let me see quickly.
Okay. All right.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Mr. Dua, what's your take? You want to lower the other device at the back, please?
Yeah, are you getting me?
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you to my brother in studio.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah. Hold on a minute.
I mean, it may not ready to talk. You take him on the line. Not ready.
Are you ready, man?
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting you now.
Okay. What I want to say is I think Lord started very well from the beginning.
Yeah, go ahead. You still got another device on back there, also.
I begin to question things because Saryorpodeh ask me question. I have to answer.
Yeah, I don't know why you're not getting me.
I'm getting you. Just like you got another device on, but I think it's off now. Go ahead.
Okay. So, let me quickly say this, Lord. I think you did extremely well from the beginning. Right?
Yeah, but listen, I'm following. Go ahead.
Okay, so I keep hearing myself, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so
you hearing yourself?
Yeah, what I want to, no, I'm fine now.
Okay.
What I want to say to Laura is, I appreciate the fact that he's trying to get involved with the conflict and trying to say what he knows. But I think he doesn't have enough information to back up what he's saying. First of all, my name is A. Melvin Doyle, former vice president for the Minnesota chapter, the chapter that President GGAA resides in. What happened, Laura, is the Constitution of our union says that whenever there is a problem within our union, whenever the president term is over and also the board of directors term is over, the Constitution gives the board of directors the power to stay and administer the union. So when the president's term was over, the board had that power. The board has the power to still remain, as administrator of the union. So that's where the board have to come in and say, look, Mr. President, your time is over. We want you to that reminder letter. That's when that reminder letter was sent to the executive. But I guess you didn't know very well in detail what the Constitution says about that. That's why you say the Constitution was suspended. But no, like Dak said, there is nowhere in our Constitution where the president is given the power to suspend the Constitution. And I get it also that the pandemic was an issue. But look, I resigned as a vice president for that chapter because I felt the Constitution was being impeded. So if there is any issue between the executives and the board of directors, we go to the convention to settle this thing, to speak about them. But the president, the national president at the time, refused to go to the convention, and instead had another convention in Minnesota. So it's not, you can't dispute that they had the convention in Minnesota. There was a convention. So I get it when you say there was a pandemic, but then 1 week later, when that convention was held in Jacksonville, there was another convention in Minnesota. That's what I wanted to clarify, what the Constitution says about the board of directors and the executive. Thank you.
All right. Any reaction to that, Alor?
Yeah, my thing is, it's still speculation. You are making broad implication with our proof of facts so that.
Okay. Okay. Let's take for example. There's an example here that some of the people that went to the convention in Minnesota, right?
Did they say a convention?
Yeah, they say United Support Association in America Annual Convention in Minnesota, August 19th to the 22nd.
So
All
who's
right?
who's on who's
This is Mike DeLay, Katrina Carlor Husman. The two of them, the one there. I mean, yeah, the two of them. You see, Green Coach Dio and the whole group. I show you another picture of this if you want. There's another one here, Minnesota Convention 2021. All right, so you can see. If you want me to play video, I can bring videos and all of that. But I don't want to waste time on this because it's something that is proven. You know, I don't have to. I'm the spokesperson for the elders, so I don't bring fiction here. You know.
Well, this is what I want to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not authenticated because it's not from the president's or Grand Gedeo's official page or the Support Association official page. The fact of the matter is that anybody, I can say right now, I'm being hosted by BBC World News. That don't mean I'm on BBC World News. The fact of the matter is that so long there are documents, then my question to you is, what was that convention? What does it institute? What was that convention about? Because the convention that's supposed to come in 2020 was a convention for election. So what was the convention about? Election? The Grand Gedeh went on where ballot?
Yeah, they made him president. They say we got
no, that was not convention. There was no election there. The fact of the matter is that Grand Gedeh still hold the mandate because of the previous election that he had. The fact of the matter is that we have to come together. Let me tell you this. Let me say this to you. There's no amount of technicality can help us right now. The only thing we're going to do it on right now is mostly common sense. Common sense says that when we fight, we'll be divided. The fact is that I'm here for appeal. Actually, I'm not here to roll my sleeve or and throw punches. I'm here for appeal. Grand Gedeh have to come on the table of negotiation. So is President Meyer. The fact of the matter is that we support people that we don't want suffering. We are the real victim. Grand Gedeh not victim or anything. President Meyer not victim. We are trying to. Look, let me tell you something. We get women from different places. If you go to Grand Gedeh Association, you think everybody who in the Grand Gedeh Association are for Grand Gedeh? No. Some of them are husbands and wives of Grand Gedeans. When you go to Nima County, United Nima Development Association, when you go to United Development Association, those people are not.
Why are you laughing, my man? I try to give you still the evidence. This is from Green himself page that the Constitutional Convention, the thing he set up, 2021 National Convention meeting. That he set up, his signature, everything on it, the memos from his page. I'm not the one that. But then Grand Gedeh is by having a convention of 2021 August. When did the convention in Florida take place? Then was it in June?
No, it's in the same August. It was in the same August.
Yeah.
Then the problem here is that they both parties are in error.
Okay. What is the error?
The error is that we are having a pandemic. This is not time to be able to gather mass people that they may be affected by an airborne disease that will eventually be deadly to them. So therefore, if the elder council can come in, Grand Gedeh and President Meyer, you stop, you get rid of both of them and bring interim government that will lead the election. That will be the best.
Okay. So, but I mean, Lord,
interim government would be the best possible way.
Oh yeah.
But nobody will hijack. Nobody will hijack Support Association president. Say interim government. Grand Gedeh have to agree to interim government. So it's President Meyer.
No, but why you put France in the equation though? Because
the part of the matter is that if she's not in the equation, then who is she president for?
She is the president for the union Greentown over and he refused to go to the ballot box.
The part of the matter is that it's a confusion. There was a confusion before she became president.
No, there was no confusion with the constitutional term. Green was given 3 years, you were elected.
Okay, all the kind of technicality will not help us.
You know what? I just saying law. What I'm saying when we put law, the people were trying to broker a deal with Green.
Yeah, what was the deal?
Hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. The people are trying to, the same thing you're saying, oh, we're in the middle of pandemic, the people understand all of that. That's why the board said, Green, just to meet the constitutional requirement, just set an election commission. We are not forcing you to go to convention, but that's what the Constitution requires. All right?
Yeah.
Make sure and set an election commission. They can't refuse to do that.
All
so
right.
the elders intervene and say, Green, okay, you know what? Remain in your position. Let the board remain in that position until the pandemic is over. I got all the stuff the elder wrote here. Green
Until the pandemic is over.
That's what the elders said.
Let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. Honorable Saryorpodeh.
Yeah.
I am not the spokesman for Grand Gedeh. I do not speak for Grand Gedeh County. Neither do I speak for Friends of Mayocla County. I speak as a concerned Sapo man. I am a Sapo man, my power. This is affecting me a lot. It affected me because my children want to be part of this organization. I can't bring it in the middle of crisis.
So, Lord, what I'm saying before you speak on this thing, that you
I'm not here to defend Grand Gedeh. The fact of the matter is the only reason I'm answering the question the way I'm answering the question is because the way you are posting it. The fact of the matter is that Grand Gedeh, Friends of Mayocla, says you can't have the problem of this organization. The people say, please step away and let interim government come in.
So why you need interim administration? They were Green Town over and you refuse to go to the ballot box. Why you need interim administration?
Because Honorable Friends of Mayocla convention was illegitimate as well.
Why?
Because there was a pandemic that nobody was not. It was just a bunch of people who supported her when they.
That's not the case. That is not the case.
One can argue that the case. All right, I want to ask you a question. If your critics say that to you, what would be your response?
What?
That if your critics say that it was a bunch of people who support that or who didn't want to see green power, people who were in cahoots with people who were against green to go to that went to Florida, what would you say to that?
I would say that that's a fallacy. Because when we went to the convention, there were people that argued that we shouldn't go ahead with election. It was a robust argument that went on over there. So it's a fallacy to say that, they are all supporters of Francois Clamaya. There are people that didn't even cast the ballot over there because they don't want Francois to be the president. So it was free and fair election that was held over there because Mr. Geophilia, the woman announced to run against you, and you refused to go to the venue where you approved for a convention to be held. That I just tell you to give you more evidence that I'm doing election commission there. If you want more evidence, I can bring more.
No, I was trying to read the April 27.
Yeah, that the appointment that the mayor appointed election commission and the people there.
Oh, April he appointed the election commission 2021.
Yeah.
And okay, and the convention for in Florida was August of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. But my man, the appeal here is this: what is the way forward for Sapo people?
Okay. Yeah, let's deal with the way forward.
Yes. I'm not here to defend Green, or I'm not here to defame Friends of Mayocla. The both of them are beautiful Sapo people. Friends of Mayocla is a Sapo woman who is a very brilliant woman. She's smart. She got things together, and Grand Gedeh is also a brilliant Sapo young man who know how to get things done. My thing is, where's the way forward? The way forward for the Sapo people is that some group will not want to be under the Grand Gedeh leadership, and some group will not want to be under the Friends of Mayocla leadership. For the sake of peace and tranquility and fullness in our community, we have to do one thing. We have to put our egos aside and step aside, both leadership, step aside, and allow interim government to come in. With the interim government coming in, that will bring room for reconciliation. Now, the interim government will set guidelines to carry out the leadership. We see that all over Africa now, military taking over. So we the military coming to take over here now.
What I'm hearing from you is every time a leader goes wrong, when a leader contravenes the Constitution and he refuses to leave power, then the people say, you know what, let's bring interim administration. Me, if Dream was in the confines of the Constitution, I would be here campaigning for him. But the man was elected during 2017.
No, why I will not believe what you just said.
No, I don't let one we conversate like
Okay,
this.
go ahead. I don't want to correct that. You know why I would believe what you just said? You know why I will not believe what you just said?
No.
But you can believe what he if you're not in if you're in lieu of the constitution. You know why it will funny having to believe that? Because you never campaigned for the man before.
I was the publicity chairman on green, right?
And you left unceremoniously.
No, Lord, you're talking to a local fire here. So when you
I know you are. I know you're a local fire. But why I'm saying that because you wanted to go to run for Secretary General, you left the post unceremoniously.
I want you to understand the issue before you speak to
hey, my dear and beloved cousin.
Lord, you are talking,
go ahead.
To the spokesperson of the elders, okay? So you have to be careful when you say stuff.
All right, Chief, sorry. I apologize.
I sent plethora of communications to Green.
Okay.
I call him, I send text messages, I send emails and stuff. Because when I'm working with Lioyd, right, I must have access to you, because especially when I put the information out related to your administration, I want everything for us to be on course. So when you send me a communication to publish, now what Francis we see to all cool, right? But we can argue, we can debate it behind the scene. Because when she send me something, I want to convince me why you want me to put this out. Let's have a dialogue about it. Mr. Dio will send you a communication. You have question, you call the brother, you will not pick up. You send email, you will not reply. You send intel, you will not reply. I mean, how can I work with such a man? You know, I said it multiplicity of times, and the brother was not listening to me. Man, I can't work in such environment. You know, so you said the way forward in the union is
communication breakdown. That's when you resign.
Right.
That's why I understand it.
Yeah, it was a break of communication. You want to put it that way. That's fair enough. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my point I'm trying to make to you is that the resolution here is we are calling on all the Sabo people in all Sabo land, in Americas especially, that they should talk to the two leadership that is splitting this community to be able to come back on the drawing board. Let interim government take over. Forget about whatever technical or whatever technicality the constitution may or people may want to bring up. Let interim government take over and then set timetable for elections or convention. And if Grand Gedeh feels he want to be president again, and if he can be Francis Clark, and Francis Clark feels he want to be president again and be Grand Gedeh, should submit themselves to that election. And whoever board members they are should submit themselves to that convention so that we can be able to go forward. Because that would be the only honorable thing to do, is to bring peace and justice to our community. The peace and justice, that's what we need. It doesn't matter who win, it doesn't matter who lose. That's not the issue here. The issue is that Sabo children continue to suffer. Sabo people want to become part of the organization. There are a lot of professional Sabo men and women, and you are one of them. There are a lot of professional Sabo men and women out there who want to identify with our people. I even met one of President Clark's nephew the other night. I never knew he was a Sabo man. He identified as a Sabo man. We are out there, but we cannot come in because we cannot come into an environment that is chaotic. We have to be able to. I'm not saying there will not be disagreement. There will be diverse views. There will be disagreement, but it should not be of this magnitude that it will divide us. The division has been prolonged. Elders have stepped in. Superintendents have stepped in. All the people have stepped in. It's time we, the ordinary citizens of Sabo land, come and step in. We will not continue to tolerate this kind of behavior.
But the ordinary people step in well before. They were with the elders, and Green refused to listen to everybody else. But so Green, Lord, here's what I want to say. I mean, of course, not in agreement with you. I think there's a call coming here. Let me deal with it. Let me get a project call online. Hello, Nathaniel Gate. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, what's your take?
I've been listening to our brother Lord. You know, I get it. He's trying to negotiate a peace, but yes, one thing, I don't know if he's even looking at it. Fact, I get it. He's trying to bring in peace talk or whatever, but In so doing, you have been presented with facts. We all want to reconcile with Green, but Green seems to be a man who is not willing to reconcile. He's our brother. Okay, Green's our brother. If he's ready today and say, you know what, peace, only Green can call for peace. So with you saying put this aside, put Brady entering government, we are going by the Constitution. The Constitution that Green himself wrote. He put people together. All the guys that are following him now, they wrote the Constitution. Now, if you Brother Law, you're talking about peace. The America you're in today, the reason we're enjoying this freedom of this, freedom of that, freedom of everything is because the goals are the paper. And the paper is the Constitution, the goals by it. So we don't have problem with Green. I get it. You want to negotiate, but it seems like you're pivoting towards Green mode and you're even following the law.
The question, Chief.
Hold on. Let me you come here, please.
Chief, that the question that was coming to me, that I was answering the way I was answering. I am not here to speak for Green.
No.
Green will speak for himself. I'm not Green spokesman.
Right? People would think that the argument you're making is solely based, is favor Green. Okay? Now, some of us, we cannot read between the lines, we understand. But you cannot say put aside everything. This was agreed upon. Now, because of this thing, the elders put him in charge. They say, you know what? Since it's like this, no election, Green, you still run. The board will still be there. Now, that's a fair argument right there.
Right.
Green is stuck with that and say, okay, I'm still in power. And first of all, the board didn't even remove Green. Board did not. And that was it. So if you want to make or cry for freedom, okay, but don't say put this person aside, put that aside, and let's bring Green in the picture.
No. That's not what I said.
Stuff like that. You can't.
No, sir. No, sir. You are misquoting me. I never said put people aside and bring Green as president. I said since the ordinary Saryorpodeh say that Green, GGAA, and Francis Mayor Clark groups are the problem. Let the leadership step aside and bring interim government.
Lord, let us do it this way. Let the callers, when they finish, please take note of what they say that you can report and when they get off, please.
Okay, let me get pen. Let me get my pen.
All right.
I mean, even with the evidence you're presenting him, he's still saying, oh, we need to put this aside. I get it, you're saying this, we need to put it aside. Now, why would he put stuff like that aside? Green has been misusing the power from day one. Elders invited him. He disregarded that. Until the time I listened to Saryorpodeh show that our uncle, the elder here, they told him, okay, we gave you the money today, come to the bank. The man went there, sat there the whole day, and Green and his people did not show up. We are not against Green, we're against peace. If Green wants peace, good. Only Green can call for peace, but we are not going to set aside the government that we elected and say, oh, because we want peace, because we want to bring Green alone cannot hijack the organization. If Green doesn't want to be part of it, good. He's still our brother. Until he's ready to be part of us, we are not going to submit to Green. Green's not the only person. Okay? He can take whoever he wants to take with him. They can go on that side and do whatever they want to do. It's not right that we're doing it, but it's the law. We got to follow the law and stop doing this. What people think, let's leave it. No.
Can you be brief? Can you be brief? Another person on the phone, please.
Okay, we're young and we need to follow the law. So Green is not not the only person, okay? I appreciate your peace, brother. But yes, that's all I have to say. Thank you, Saryorpodeh.
All right. Lord, I want you to give your reaction and I'll bring the next quarter.
Yeah, my reaction is that one of the things I took from the Mr. Nada just called is that we're not going to set aside the organization for green and this and that. The thing is that we are not. It's sad. It's very, very sad. It's a sad day in Sapo history in America that we have two Sapo children fighting for nothing. They're not fighting for anything. The fight will not lead nowhere but more division amongst family. Family, this is been border on family line. We got one family on the other side. We have one family on the other side. What's up, baby? We have one family on the other side. We have one family on the other side. And therefore, yeah,
When you finish, you will contact to him, okay?
Yeah, baby, yeah. I'll talk to you. Last time I saw you, you're in a car seat. Yeah, so they're sitting having a JFK when your father was talking, he came on the table. So it's common for all we get children.
Right.
So the thing is that it's sad that we are not willing to let things go to have peace. We're not willing to. If I was in the position, friends of mine can be simply hero green. You know what? I accept it. I accept whatever peace proposal you bring. I accept the step down. I'm a young woman. I get turned around. Green should also be hero by saying, I accept whatever proposal is going on. I accept the step down. And I'm young man.
They didn't ask Francis to step aside though.
And no, I'm talking about for interim leadership to come in. Because like I said to you earlier, some people would not want to be in a Friends of Mine Sapo Association in Americas, and some people not want to definitely be in Grand Gedeh Sapo Association in Americas. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. So okay, let me bring the next caller in here. Mr. Youboty.
Yeah. Hey, Madison, how you doing?
Yeah, what's your take?
What's the guest name again? We're running, right?
No, Lioyd Togba.
Oh, Lioyd Togba. Hey, Lioyd, can you hear me?
Very well, very well.
Okay, you got to hear you well. I got a few questions before I can make a comment. What do you really stand? What's your stand in the whole situation? Are you a peacemaker with a white handkerchief, or you are a peacemaker with blue and white handkerchief? Which one?
I'm a peacemaker with white handkerchief. Or peacemaker with white handkerchief.
And I will just propose the questions and everything before, then you can give that. You can comment on it.
Okay.
Because one thing that I would say to everybody who want to keep peace, if you're afraid to go on the side of green and talk to green and look at green face for taking the old people money and the jobless people money and single mothers money and people who work in 16 hours money, if you got afraid to look in his face and tell him like, look, dude, you are wrong. If you can't go on that side, then please, I will ask every peacemaker to keep their peace on the other side. Because I, honestly to God, will not appreciate anybody who think that their peace making is only one-sided. If you can't make peace on that side, don't come on this side to try to make peace. If the people does not regard you on that side, we ourselves would. Because you know what? Greed is not important. Greed is not above the law. Greed is not paying anybody's bill. So nobody on here or in this place that everybody will talk to greed. You don't want to listen, then people will look for another revenue to come talk to people who are done everything right. So say, oh, you leave this thing here, you put it this way, you put it this way. Greed is nobody. And I will I will send it back to United Nations to re-practice peace. It's not how it works.
Let me call you up.
Who does not want to see consequences or the people, matter of fact, those people going to jail, then what you need to do, you start doing two jobs to pay for the lawyer fees. We can't be struggling here looking for money.
Jala, then I want question. Saryorpodeh, can you interrupt me, please?
Jala.
People who does not even have a hair on the shoulder.
Jala.
Yes.
The man, I think he wanted to say something.
I want to ask you one question. You know, we are friends on Facebook as well. I just want to know
I can't really hear him because he sounds really far away.
All right. Can you relay my question on him so you can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, I just want to get to know him better because you need Jala. I want to know how you related to Sinoe County and Sabo people. That's all.
He wants to know you say your name is Jala. How you related to Sinoe
Because when I
County?
hear Saryorpodeh, I know that Sabo people. But I hear Jala, that needs someone.
My name doesn't matter. It's money that
No,
I
but
pay.
I just asking now that United Sabo Association, that United Sinoe County can get different tribes living there. This is exclusively for.
I don't know whether that is a valid point too, because
No, I just want to know whether he understands. If you're a Sabo man, where you from? Maybe he could be my cousin. You know.
All right, let me and then we can react to what he'll say, please.
Okay,
Jala, go ahead.
First of all, whether my name is Sidiki or Mohammed, my money is into this organization. And those things, asking for people coming from Sinoe, then you need to put that thing behind you. That's embarrassing. When somebody speaks English, you want to know where they come from. We are in 2020. So start asking for people, whether it's Sinoe or Nima County. Somebody from Nima, we're from Liberia. We're talking about people taking people's money, not about where you come from. So, like I said before, I go to my point here is, if you want to make peace, you go to Grand Gedeh and tell him taking the money from the account, it was wrong. Tell him that he should have never, if he say he said he's national president, he should be the one making peace. Now people work or running behind him, that he putting things on Facebook every day. Matter of fact, he will take people message from the inbox and send it to people for people to be insulting other people. And then ask you a question, mister. If somebody insults your mother, would you like it? If a national president would take somebody a message and send it to somebody for somebody to insult your sister, would you like it? For me, whether you want to know my tribe or whatever you want to know, I will tell you plain blank. What you are doing right now, you are taking the wrong bite on an apple you know you can't chew.
Okay, Jala, let Mary out, please.
Jala have to understand that this is, even though we are Liberians, but this is a tribal organization. That's what is called United Sabo Association in America, not Sinoe County. So it's about Sabo people understanding Sabo culture and promoting Sabo culture. So I wanted to know, all I want to know about John Jala is that, what is it? Is he a Sabo man? How are you a Sabo man?
Yeah, so, but I mean, I think
no. Wait,
all right, sorry, go ahead.
And I want to know his understanding of the culture of the people that he's speaking about. That's one. Like for you, Saryorpodeh, your mother is one of the custodians, very brilliant woman in kind of Sabo history. I learned a lot from her. And that's my aunt. I always go on her feed. I want to learn something. I call on the phone. She always be me say, I like calling her, but when you call her, I want to learn. So it is important that you know the people you're dealing with. Number two, he asked a question. He said, "Well, I like it when you insult people, mother, and insult." Look, listen. It's not. I will never condone anybody insulting anybody, even that the man said in the house. It's not. I will never condone insult, and I'm not condoning anybody insulting anybody. Say green. Well, on the contrary, he's being hypocritical because I've listened to a podcast where he insulted people, women. So he's being hypocritical. If he's an intelligent guy, if somebody insult, if you say, but you insult my mom or something like that, I will not go insult your parent. I would deal with it, responsibly. So I'm not going to go through that with him. The fact of the matter is this. What is what I want to say? He's saying that, people will go to jail. This one down. The fact of the matter is that they are not getting the point I'm trying to make. I am not Grand Gedeh spokesman. I do not support any side in this conflict. I am saying that both sides should excuse leadership and let interim government come in to be able to get down, able to go to what the convention of what we elect our leaders. How I'm saying, the fact of the matter is that Grand Gedeh have to step aside. First of all, have to step aside.
So, but on what grounds do you want Francois to leave, though?
On the ground of peace.
Yeah, but she is not outside the scope of peace. She is advocating for peace.
Well, advocating for peace.
Just the same way the people elected.
There's a cluster of people. There's a cluster of people who feel disenfranchised by her election, and there are a cluster of people who feel that she is what legitimate president or rightful president of the Sabo Association. Therefore,
but look at how things are going now in the union. People are leaving from being green. All the chapter in the union right now, the only Minnesota green get one person, the local president that's supposed. Everybody else, they have left green. So green is the problem, brother. All you guys, like Jala said, you talk to the brother. Next convention.
I don't have green. I don't have green no more.
I will send you a number. But what I'm saying is, August of this year, the next convention is going to Iowa, not Iowa, but North Dakota. If Green wants to be president, he can come there and contest. If he wins, the people will all support him. But you can't carry another convention somewhere when you already decided where convention should go. You know, so that's the thing we are talking about. And you're talking about election. Let me go back to that election thing. Francis Clark from what, guys? You gotta go in the room, please. You're making a noise. All right, so the election, right? In Florida, Francis needed to have gotten 50% of the vote. Had she not garnered that number, the people that made her president. So they opened the ballot, the people voted, and she got that number, and that's why she's the president.
50% of people are far.
Gio is the one who is forcing himself in power. The main term is over. The people getting 3 years, the time over. He refused to settle the election commission. The people say, okay, say you are not listening to us, let's go to convention. The people settle the convention in keeping with what the Constitution said, because it says, Article 16.4. It says here, you want me to read that? When the president and the top three persons, they say here, the top three persons, the executive, right? The president, the vice president, the secretary, when they are incapacitated, the board is in charge. All right. So it was keeping with that. Huh?
I was green incapacitated.
Constitutionally, you were incapacitated.
How?
He was given 3 years. And we're in 2021. So that means he is outside the scope of the Constitution already. So, and the people are talking to him and he said no.
What provisions the Constitution provide that when the president time elapses, what happens?
The board should take over. That's what they're saying when the top three.
Is it incapacitated? I mean, incapacitation. I mean that they are injured. They cannot mentally do anything, physically do anything.
No,
when they don't have the logistics to do anything.
No, that's one aspect of interpreting.
Yeah, but incapacitation. I mean, incapacitated. I mean, they can do nothing. Period.
That's one aspect of interpreting that. It can also be constitutional incapacitation. If the Constitution says
the country never really tell that one.
No, but it's clear in the Constitution if they are incapacitated. So it's subject to interpretation. That's what I'm saying. What you are saying, I'm not saying you're wrong. But I'm also saying when you are outside the framework of the Constitution, that's constitutional incapacitation. And that's what happened to Green.
Yeah. What I'm saying to you is that at the end of the day, anybody can gather forces to fight. What I'm saying that it will not help Sabo people. And you see, most of the people who are claiming the fire amongst us are people who don't have really strong stake with.
Who are the people that are flaming the fire?
I'm not gonna call names, but what I'm saying is that we have, as a Sabo people, we have to. You know, this is sad. I think we spoke to Elder today. It is very sad. There's a huge problem going on in Saryorpodeh County, in District Number 8. The first problem is that they get something called DDC, the District Development Council. The District Development Council is having a serious leadership crisis. Who helped solve the problem? I just solved it today. Supplement. Solve the problem.
No, there's another call coming in, another caller here. Maxine. Hello?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes, Mr. Primo.
Yeah, what's your take?
Yes, I've been listening to my I've been listening to Lioyd.
Your little brother, yeah, you can say it. Your little brother.
Yes, I say I've been listening to Lioyd for a while.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So Lioyd know me very well. He's one of those I really admire. And I always tell you, Lioyd, you're a good guy. Keep it up, you know. So
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, man. Sorry. Go ahead. The kids are around as well.
Maxie, you listening, brother?
yes, I'm listening to you. I'm waiting for your.
You asking a question, or you want you guys to have a dialogue,
No,
or you have
no,
a question?
Yes, I have a dialogue with what I want to say something to the topic that he brought in to Lioyd. He said
Are you there?
yes, I'm here.
You're breaking up.
What is the question? I'm not
have a question for him, or if you have comment, go ahead so he can react to it. If you have question or comment, just go ahead.
I don't understand why I should speak to that one.
You said you want us to you want the way forward. So
Yeah.
I'm asking Lioyd, what is the way forward? Because if
But-
you're coming as a peacemaker,
brother.
what is the way forward?
People, this is the way forward. The way forward is that the two leadership, Grand Gedeh and Mrs. Clark Myers, should do the honorable thing to step aside and allow interim government to come, give us timetable to election so that we can bring our people back on a united umbrella. That's what it is.
So who are you recommending for the interim administration?
We have sectional organizations here. Those sectional organizations here can be interim leaders.
You know for sure, or you're just postulating something that you're thinking?
I'm a member of a sectional organization. I'm a wire man. I'm a member of the Wire Association.
Let me put another
They have my other uncle on the other side, but they draw some people. Peace Jar, Uncle Peace Jar. You on the other side. They have those guys can come at leadership. I understand he's a member of the board and other stuff like that, but he can also come into interim leadership to be able to move the United South Association forward.
So your core is just for the executive to be dissolved, or the board of directors as well?
The executive, the board of directors should stay. The executive should be dissolved.
Okay. So the Minnesota board should stay, and the national board should stay.
Minnesota board is not. If there is a board there, is not recognized. The recognized board is the board that was duly elected with Grand Gedeh.
No, but those guys found over, and then they went to election in Florida, and they were re-elected by the people. Some of them, some people got out.
Well,
so when you're in the House of Legislatures, they get something called returning to status quo ante. We have to return to status quo ante. Okay, let's just Maxine, you completed your thought, or you got something else to say? Go ahead, so I can bring the next caller in, please. Maxine, are you on? All right, then man, give me a problem.
Yeah, people don't phone. Well, we'll talk.
The reason why I asked that question, you know, if it comes to yes.
Yeah, I think
yes,
you got another device back there, so it's distracting you. So maybe you gotta load that device, please.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. The guy is off. He'll soon come back.
Okay, turn the TV on. Yes. Hold on. Let me turn my TV off. Yes, Mr. Freeman.
Yes, hold on. Lioyd is off. I think he will be right back in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, you're following Voice of Sinoe here. We're having a conversation with Lioyd. We'll soon be off. The first little got to relax a little bit, you know. So I will read your comments in a little bit, but when Lioyd gets by, he's the guest, and we'll react to your comments. Okay, look.
Yeah.
All right, Lioyd, welcome back. So Maxine, go ahead. Lioyd's back.
Yeah. So the reason why my question to Lioyd was, the problem here is not about who is wrong, who is right. He just talked about Sapo land. So I wanted him to be reminded on responsibility, and privilege. So in that to say, Grand Gedeh had the privilege, but you also have to remember that he had the responsibility. So if you have the privilege to drive a car, you're also responsible to be careful in traffic. So that will carry you back to our Sapo land you were talking about. So he knows. I mean, you're a good lecturer. He's supposed to go back to Honorable Grand Gedeh, and you, Madison, you can attest. When we came for the 2019 convention in North Dakota, I was one of those who spoke as a prophet to you. I said, can I speak to Grand Gedeh? You say, okay. You call him on the side, and I talked to Grand. I said, listen, Grand, I've been in the Crown People setting for a long time. We have confusion in our camp. So the confusion with the Crown People, we don't want the confusion to drag today to the Sapo land, so the people can make mockery of the Crown tribe. Then he said, where are you from? I said, I'm from Colorado. He said, I'm from Pinetown. So we make the introduction. I was the person that told Grand Gedeh that night, let us bring about the election, about the next quarter, because he was trying to veto it that night. And when I went outside, the people, when Green want to veto them, we want to disbread and everything want to spoil. So that's how I came at pension. I said, no, Green, I mean, you don't know me, but just listen to my Peter advice. Just put that into a vote tonight. Let's see who will win. You say, okay, that's true. That's how we call you, Madison, and you make that announcement. And when you make the announcement, finally what I said, the people agree. So if Lioyd, before I end, let me just say, before Lioyd said, President Michael had to step down, Grand Gedeh had to step down, that is wrong. If Grand Gedeh knew that he didn't want the election in the 2020, 21, 22, he was the leading president. What we supposed to have done, okay, I am the president. I got a board member, I got a board, I got an editor. There are three people who run the whole Sapo organization. We got a board, we got the editor, and then we got the president. So all people, yes, you come. Now, election, I say election, but Mungo, there are you. You know, they are our people, they are our elders. Not because we went to school, they didn't educate us, but they are the one that brought us. So we have to submit to the people and tell them how we feel about the thing. Even if they can't understand, let us make them understand. So that's my point. Let's go step aside and come back to apologize to the Sapo land. That's the way forward.
Okay, thank you, Maxine. Lord, give your reaction, and I'll bring the next caller on.
My reaction to my big brother Max is that I understand where your frustration comes from. I understand that he's saying that Green so take some steps.
Maxine, could you get off the phone, please?
I understand where his frustration is coming from in terms of how Green handled the situation. It's just an appeal. It is with the both camp for the sake of peace, for the sake of the future of this organization, for the sake of our children, the Sapo children that will come after us. What we need right now is that the both people should excuse, and that new leadership will come in and do the auditing of both guys, and we'll go forward. Simple as that.
Okay, let me bring the next caller on. Mr. Gbodweh. Mr. Gbodweh, are you on?
Yes, I'm on.
What's your take?
Is Mr. Togba still there?
Yeah, Baba. My man from Texas.
Thank you for coming to the show, where we all come and discuss about our differences.
And I hope this will not be my last time here.
But one thing you said, and I disagree with you, and that is, Craig Myers was elected legally. We follow the Constitution. We didn't do things by they say. We follow the Constitution, and that's how come he became president. Forget about me.
being a supporter for 5 miles. But let me go with the Constitution, because that's our book. That's the book of law. And that's what we follow. That's what we all need to follow. If we don't follow the book of law and do anything contrary, then I will agree with you. But we don't do anything contrary. I will want a bona fide supporter of Grand Gedeh. But when I saw things were going down the hill, and I tried to call Mr. Gedeh and he didn't want to listen to me, I drew back. And I said, I want to go the right way. I even, on Madison Show, I announced that I don't want to be part of the chapter anymore. I did. Because we want to bring people together. We don't want confusion. There was confusion for 7 years. 7 years for disorganized. Am I audible enough?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Good, thank you. 7 years for disorganized. And God blessed us with a leader that came in and brought the Bible people together. And we all were so happy. If I doing human administration, I was not even there. I was one of those that was so hesitant to join the association because why? I don't want to join that tomorrow. The thing that happened 7 years ago that I come back. Here where we are today again. I've been in America for a long time. I've been here for the Bible Association, the Sinoe County Association. And I said, look, let me sit back. But when Miss Joy Sion invited me to the inauguration of Grand Gedeh, I took a step and I moved there. So, when the Constitution, when we went for the convention in North Dakota, and we all agreed that the next convention is in Florida. Despite the pandemic, nobody has control over it. In fact, during the pandemic, America had an election and was successful. We decided not to have our own election. So it had nothing to do with the pandemic. We just decided to say we're not going to have it. And then we have elders in the association, the administration of Grand Gedeh, and the board. They give a conclude agreement that you hold your spot, I hold my spot until the following year. And that's how it's been going. Even if I get up and tell you, Mr. Togba, that I fire you, do you think I got the right to fire you?
No.
I was not the one that elected you. You were elected by the people. You stand your ground.
I won't get some clarity. I want
to get election.
Saryorpodeh.
A delegation to Farley that she must get out of the race. That was not what they call democracy.
This is my thing.
You can become a president of the association today because you qualify. I can, Saryorpodeh can. If you are qualified and you know your qualification and you can get in the race and do it. Don't let nobody can tell you, oh, don't go there because I want to stay there. You do your part. And if you want to go by again, get ready, put your eyes together, and jump into the race. We want to Florida. If you don't want for the election to go on, come to Florida, step before the assembly, and say, look, this is the reason why I don't want the election to be held. Be a man.
Uncle Maya.
So my disagreement with you is what I'm explaining to you. The way forward from the time of serve a turn, that's the way forward. And whatever case that is in court, it must remain until, because in America, Mr. Togba, it's about law. You don't take anything in your own hand. So the way forward, Family Club, not because Family Club supporter, but just following the Constitution. She was elected by the Constitution. Under the Constitution, she deserved and she was elected. So when we come on the platform, we can agree and disagree. And I like the topic today. Your brother E, the way you feel, I'm explaining it the way I feel. So the way forward, climb my head, must serve. And when our time finishes, you won't go by again, so you can go by and rerun. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Esoteric, and I'm listening to you. I appreciate it.
Okay, all right, thank you for your contribution, Lord.
This is my take on him. This is my take on what Uncle Maya just said. I will say this to you, Uncle Maya. The fact is that I want to know in hand. There you go. That's the unification we are talking about there. And this is my disappointment. It starts with Saryorpodeh. My own first cousin, let me go to him first. Saryorpodeh, Poto, Chawi, those are our educated people in our community. They are not supposed to allow the thing to go this far. They were not allowed to go this far. They were supposed to put a heart to air before it even reach this far. But what I want to say to Uncle Maya is this. That number one, you say green time over, that means the both time over. So I don't know who raised the issue of election because the both people were illegitimate, according to the explanation.
No. The two of them don't have the same time.
The both were still active?
Yeah,
I said, well, listen to what I said.
4 years, the book got 4 years, and they had the time, they got 3 years.
Listen to what I say. According to the explanation.
Okay.
The both of them was already finished. That time was up. Because he said, oh, and the both said, we hold our own, and you hold your own. And you understand me? In other words, that time was expired, they then get us extra time to be in power because of the pandemic. Moving forward, putting and holding will not solve this problem. Look at the picture you just put, you put it on right now. Two beautiful Sapo children. So bright, so innovative, so ready to lead not only Sapo land, but Liberia as a whole. But what happening today? We are allowing our ego to come in the way. Our ego should not come in the way. Let us call these two people to the table and tell them, for the love of Sapo people, you guys should relinquish power. It doesn't matter where I went to convention in heaven will go, or I went to convention in hell. The fact of the matter is, above all else, Sapo people matters. And the Sapo people that matters is saying that we will not want conflict within our organization. It's impeding development. We need our young people on our Grand Gedeh, on our friendly Club Mile, to be able to say, all right, for the love of peace and for the future of the organization, we will subdue our passions.
Yeah, but Lord, there is no conflict between Francis and Gedeh, though.
There is an indirect conflict. The both of them are claiming legitimate presidency.
No, Green is the one that claiming. I mean, Francis is not
claiming.
Both
of them are claiming legitimate. Green is claiming legitimate presidency, and President Clark is claiming legitimate presidency.
No, I mean, Lord, that's why I'm telling you. Green is the one that claiming. Green was not elected by the people. Green
bring and make the argument on the paper what you just told me.
Hold on, and the convention that Green called, right? It wasn't the General Assembly. The Constitution is clear here. Who can call convention or where convention? It said the General Assembly has the power to decide where convention should go.
Can Green make an argument for the Florida Convention?
What happened?
Can Green make an argument for the Florida Convention?
No.
Green argument is that the board was the one that called for the convention in Florida.
No, the decision
the convention was scheduled and was postponed because of the pandemic and the board covered convention. Let us speak the truth.
Who are you talking
to? your other uncle, baby.
So, Lord, what I'm saying, the fact that because what the Constitution says, Lord, the mandate of the General Assembly is binding. So while it takes 20 years or 2,000 years, you still have to fulfill that. So the fact that the 2020 you didn't go for convention doesn't notify the decision of the General Assembly. No, it still stands until that is fulfilled. Then we can go to something else. So the fact that 2020 election did not go on, or the convention, because the pandemic, it doesn't mean that we should nobody is above the General Assembly. So we're still mandated to go to Florida.
The General Assembly said go to Florida 2020, not 2021. So the General Assembly should have come up with another mandate and say go 2021. But the fact of the matter, there was no convention for that to go 2021.
Let me bring the next caller here. There's somebody on the line. James, go ahead.
Yeah, that's me again. Thank you. I want to ask Lord, how many conventions he been to?
I've been to 5 conventions.
He read. Another question is, if he asked me for my tribe, let's just forget to say his name. If he asked me for my name and he said he's from Wire, then he said he listened to my podcast, and you still want to know what I'm from Sinoe or I'm from Nima or other things. So what that's not what I said. You don't even have green numbers.
Jala, you are
missing. You even know that green wants to step aside or green want to step aside. First of all, if you want to make peace, these are the first homework you'll be doing. You will be able to talk to these people first, and you know their stand before you will come public to make announcements. You see, one thing when I say my thing, and then people think, I just rude. I always talk about the book business.
Oh, people call you rude?
Talking about knowing books, they can know it, they know it, but they book they carry the wrong way. Because number 5, the thing he's saying, first should step aside, green should step aside, and he is just saying he didn't get green number. He are not contested green. I don't know whether he on any of those council meetings that they say, oh yeah, they have spoke to green, or they have ever spoke to any of the elders that have been talking to green. And what is it that only one person should be able, if he's talking about green can step aside, or manufacturing can step aside for the peace sake. The green does not know, or he has said that sitting over there that he didn't know that it was a peace sake that he could have called green, say, look, green for peace sake. The people, you have shared the people for 3 years. So if the people say you are fired, my brother, just leave it. For peace sake. But you, at that time, President Meyer was not even president. So for Lioyd to be a peace ambassador, that was the first move, that was the first thing he should have done. Green, then you have served the people for 3 years, 3 executive years, and the people say you are fired, my brother. For our cherished sake, for the peace sake, just leave it. He has not done that. But he coming here, first of all, you want to know where the guy he come from. You want to know what he think from Wire. I can tell you everything about Wire. He listened to my show, then he knows how to speak Sapo well, but he come here and he want to
play Wire.
It would be a better guy who learns Sapo, man. It would be a better guy who learns.
Thank you. Go ahead. We got one for the benefit of the people who don't know you. I may know you. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me now. Jala, please hold on. Please tell you to hold on. Please tell you to hold on.
How long is there in the United States?
Interrupt the man. Hold on. Let me say something to him. So I want to get a report to him.
He's not hearing you.
All right, I want you to hear me.
When he gets off, then you can say what you want to say. You will listen to you. So
no, I want a rebutter. That's why I want you to please translate it to him.
Okay.
I may know you. I know Saryorpodeh know you very well, but it don't mean that people in the audience in media land may know you. They yell need Jala Jala. There's nothing Sapo about Jala Jala. So, for clarity's sake, and I mean you and Saryorpodeh having conversation here. People are listening and they will listen again. Many people will listen to this. For clarity's sake, for the sake of the people who are listening, who are you? Oh, mama, that Sapo woman, my father, no mama, and mama for the simple. It's nothing to be defensive about. If you're a Sapo man, you're a Sapo man. You have every right to everything Sapo, just like anybody else. But you have to make yourself, you gotta explain who you are. I came on here, no one people know me as a Sapo man. I came on here, I told them where my mom from, my papa from. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Jala, you hearing him? Jala. Mr. Meyer. Jala, you're hearing him? Hello?
My name is Lioyd Togba. Togba can be crewman. Togba can be man. Togba can be loma man. So I had to break it down with the pastor. Look, my father is from Waja district.
Yeah, Mr. Model, go ahead. Let bring Mr. Model on.
Yeah. Thank you. I just want to make a correction to my brother Togba right there. Togba, I never even mentioned anything about the tenure of the board. The board always, if the administration time is out, the board got to stay until they have another administration. You know, and I know. So that is not a discussion. Now, we will not come on the show and blame the media. The media putting things out that are happening in the community. We all appreciate the media. They're not explaining anything. They're saying the truth and nothing but the truth. People come, and when they're there, you get on the show, you always present evidence. Now, if you don't believe in the evidence, then I don't know what else to tell you. This thing had nothing to do with Francis Cloud Myers. She was not even nothing. They're not even start running a campaign when it can occur.
Yeah.
And guess what? Why we were trying to negotiate between the board and the administration, Green and the people that are already taking the money out of the bank and put it in their own account. What we were discussing about it. They're not people, they give a premeditated thing. He knew what he was doing. Doesn't mean they didn't know. They set up everything. And we were that there. We didn't even know what was going on when they took the money. Then when we come up with any proposal, Green will come in the meeting and come with parable. It's not about parabolic thing we're talking about. We're talking about real cyber connection, cyber issue. Anything that we put on the table, Green will not take one from there to say, you could jam everything. And you, Mr. Togba, you've been in the community. You care about us, the concerned citizens.
Yeah.
If you ever took a phone and said, let me call one of these people and talk to them, have you spoken to Green and his administration or his administrative staff? Did you do that too? To negotiate?
There have been negotiations on the table. Let me say this to you. I did not speak to Green directly, but I have spoken to people in the Green administration. There have been negotiations ongoing between the administration and Green. The only administration I have not spoken to about negotiation is the first Mayor administration. But Saryorpodeh
there's a little contradiction there. You just said you requested for Green's number. So how did you talk to him?
I never said I talked to Green. I say I have not spoken to Green.
Oh, okay.
But I have spoken with people.
Okay. All right. Okay.
In his government, in his entourage.
Yeah, but you couldn't ask any of them to give you the number.
It was just me there dealing with, because let me tell you, if you want to deal with certain people, you gotta deal with people around them first. Once you deal with people around them, then you can be able to get to them. But that deal with them. I spoke with Andrew Suah. I spoke with Darius Moe. I spoke with Shegwe. And I spoke with you first, Saryorpodeh. I spoke with you first. And I spoke with Uncle Maya that is on the phone. We're all in the basement at Reverend Suah's place. And I spoke with y'all. And I told you that you guys are causing serious problem in the community. And we need to find a way out. Look, let me tell you, my people, we all flexing muscle here. It will leave with two things. We either come to the drawing board and find a new way, or Saryorpodeh will lose big time. Let me say it today. I think the 30th of January is today, right?
Yeah.
If we do not put ourselves together as Saryorpodeh people will laugh at all in the place that we never had one educated person before, because everybody know too much. Everybody want be hero. Now we involve lawyers in that. Lawyers say, "Oh, group and bring that one. Oh, group and bring that one." We saw what happened with the Grand Gedeh people. That money leave there today. That money stay there. So if we don't have way of solving our problem, but solving for us. And it will be even more detrimental to our organization. That's why I am appealing to you. I ain't gonna appeal to you to be hero yet. I don't have to be part of no negotiation process. People can be part of negotiation process and come back to the board. I am suggesting ideas that we must have some type of truce to be able to bring the Sabbath back together. And I'm saying to you that from our indication, if we say Grand Gedeh stay the course until August of this year, there will be some people who will not cooperate with him. If we say President Meyer is the gentleman president, Grand Gedeh wants to go to election, you should go in August of this year to Iowa, some people will not want to work with her. And it's detrimental. Step aside, forget about this ego, forget about this pride, forget about this all the technicality. Step aside and let some people bring into the government to be able to lead the election. And if you want, you go there. And we feel that you are the president, will vote for you. Simple. What are you scared of? You're not getting paid. Nobody getting paid. But you secretary general, you're not getting paid. No. You are doing free work. In fact, you paying them. You paying people to do work for them. You spend your own money to run their show. You spend your own money to travel places in the name of some people. So where is the force? It is so sad that I'm one of the person who led negotiation today to the pastor community in District 8. Leadership crisis in District 8, we resolve it today. All other crisis that's going on is on negotiation on the way. Take my own type of people. Other people listen to us. That's how we can listen to us too. So what's the point?
Yeah, hey, Lord, Lord, 1 second, please. Mr. Gedeh, what's your take again? We're wrapping up here.
Yeah, quick second. Now, Brother Lord said conflict resolution and all that. I'm listening to him, which kind of makes sense. But have you, doing your conflict resolution, have you spoken with Green and or before this even went to the lawyers? Have you spoken with Green and he agreed on any of your proposal? Have you ever spoken with Green or his camp and they agreed on any of your proposal? Because I remember a while back you was on this show and you said you're going to bring in some resolution that Green was going to agree with, right?
Yeah.
And he was going to go to Florida. I don't know if it was you, but I'm pretty sure it was you, Brother Lord. So all of your proposal to Green, was there any other proposal he agreed on?
Nathaniel?
Yeah.
I think that question was answered. The guy said he hasn't spoken with Green.
I spoke with
I know.
Let me answer the question. I understand what you're trying to say. Mr. Nathaniel, please wait. Yeah, please wait.
Even if he spoke to his camp.
Please wait. I spoke with Paul Green camp. I made some proposals.
And you don't have control of Green. That's my thing. So if you can speak to Green people, you can get to Green. So my question is, Brother Lord, hold on. I'm not getting you. I'm not getting you.
Yeah, go ahead. He's quiet.
Yeah, I want to know if he has proposed anything to Green before we went to court and Green agree or disagree. That's what I want to know.
Okay, all right. Let me pull it to him. Lord.
Yeah. I spoke with people in Green Camp. There were other proposals made to go forward with resolution. And they accepted. For the sake of peace, they will accept it. Now, I have not spoken with Green, but I know the people who are running can influence him. However, my question is, when I sit and speak with the friends of my Clark group, would they be able to accept our proposal? It's either two things. The proposal I gave to Green GGAA camp was they either allow interim government to come into this community or it's power sharing. You will have to have power sharing interim government, one or the other. The fact of the matter is that Sabo Lane got to be united. And it doesn't matter. I've been reading some of the comments and stuff like that. This is not about any bravado here, about people flexing, want to show power over anybody. The fact of the matter here is that this confusion is hurting our community badly. This confusion is hurting our community badly. And we as young people, Sabo children, we have a lot of things at stake, and we don't want this to continue because it had the perplexity of dividing this organization for a long time. And this is the worst part about it. Families are on both sides, fighting each other. The last time I had to go on Sheba show in Korea and say, look, do not involve Bodo in your stuff you're talking on your show. Do not do it. He said, as I wrote him a letter under his post, I said, do not go personal with Bodo. Bodo is my relative. And you understand me? And when you go personal with him, son of my heart will call. And then also, I get relative on the other side. I get Otika in there. So if you go personal with Otika, my heart will call. So I don't know what to do. We the children that we the one y'all put in a predicament here. Y'all put us in a predicament to not know what side to sit down on. My way forward is that please, my people, let's have either interim leadership or we have power sharing government, one or the other. Simple as that.
I mean, it's easier said than done, though.
It is, but it takes a lot of negotiation. It takes a lot of working behind the scene. It takes a lot of clear heart. It takes a lot of open mind. If we are sincere about what we say we are in this community, it will not be that difficult because we are sincere about it.
Yeah, but Lord, you sound like somebody who actually loves the community. But why you waited up to now until we got to the point before you are speaking out?
Good. Most of the time I was not here. I think you know that. My job do not allow me to be in America for so long. It's just recently I had to come back to America to do one or two things. I've been working for the government and for the party. So therefore, there are a lot of things that have taken my attention away from my community. But then when this fire is getting out of hand, we have to come to extinguish it. It is pitiful to see my people. You know, I tell my friend, I would take a sabbatical from national politics to focus on Sabo politics. They say, why? I said, because I can't be a bidder who mother live outside. You be other people say about your man, rain with your man, the sun shine with your man living outside. So I have to take a sabbatical from national politics to focus on Sabo politics. That is my goal right now. And this will be my introduction into Sabo politics ministry. Because most of the time I play background. I've been as how many conventions I've been to. I've been to conventions in 1999 in this country. Since 1999 I've been in convention. Do you understand?
So about Lord, when the last time you reached out to Francis Clark Myers as well? Have you reached out to her?
I don't even have Mrs. Myers no more.
So, Lord, I mean, you're all giving excuses. And you say, oh, you're in Liberia and we are living in the technological age. You got
excuses. So, no, it's not excuses, Chief. The fact of the matter is that you asked me what took me so long to try to want to intervene, to put my foot in the thing. I said because I was doing government's job. If you look at my Facebook, you see me in DC, you see me in Singapore, you see me in this place, Korea, different places. I was doing government job, and when I take a look back at my own people, when I came to America again to do one or two things, and I see that Sabo Association is in the chaos, I asked to take a sabbatical for national politics to focus on my people. The question was, why? The answer is, I don't want to be a bailiff who mother live outside. I bailing other people's horses, and my own man living outside. When the rain can be or the snow can fall down, my man homeless, they have been bailing other horses. I gotta come bail my man home for it. That's the reason
Yeah,
I
but I
think
think the best way to
national
build a
politics.
house, Lord, the best way to build a house is to tell the person who doesn't know how to build a house, who thinks he want to stay in charge. The guy doesn't know how to build it. He's bought a house already. Just tell the brother leave. Let maintain the current contractor Francis. She will build a house. You know.
The thing is, I've not spoken with Green. I don't think Green want to be in power perpetually. I've not spoken with Mrs. Meyer Clark. I don't think she want to be in power perpetually neither, or she want to claim on the power. What I am saying that the both of them are beautiful, minded, intelligent, innovative Sapo guys and Sapo people. We need to come together, and what you call Aburiabo, we put it together to see how far we can carry it.
Lawyer, were you on something when you said Francis does not want to stay in power in perpetuity, but I think for Green, he wants to stay there in perpetuity. I mean,
No,
there's evidence to that effect.
You cannot say that about Green, because the fact of the matter is that Green will not even allow him to do session.
No, but he expressed the desire to do that already. When the elder sent a recommendation, you know what he said? He cherry-picked, what they call cherry-picking. So the elder said, there's a resolution that said the guy should stay there until the pandemic is over. The Green say he agree with that position. So the guy wants to stay about forever. He got the inclination for that.
That's a common sense theory. It will be present the pandemic over.
So Green wants to stay about forever.
I only say my father, my own father, Honorable James Panto. I just read somewhere. you know the public, they should understand that Sapo Lay is Sapo Lay. We are Sapo people. We will not be nobody else. We will not. Sapo we don't know the point I said. We have a different track for ourselves. All the people that who talking this, they are all the same. They're from the same horse. We are all from the same horse. The fact of the matter is that we have to be able to put ourselves together. The tea and the tongue can make flour, the tea can put the tongue when you chewing, but it doesn't mean they can work together. President Maya Clark and Grand Gedeh will have to find a way to either work together or they will excuse us. And then they won't become president, they will go to the election convention. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, you said something interesting earlier when we were coming before we got on. You said private conversation. I don't mean to bring it here, but you said what you call strangers, they listen to you better than your own people. I said, I said the prophet is not respected at home. Grand Gedeh does not respect us. And that's what the problem is. The man doesn't. We gave him power instead of honoring that power or giving us that respect. He wants to be almighty, and that's what the problem is. We don't respect each other.
Cannot be almighty.
The man who gave him power instead of the man living honorably.
Well, my question is how you guys approach the issue with him. That's what how you guys approach the issue with Green. The fact of the matter is that Green, like I said, is a conflict that is going on. That's what conflict is. Serious disagreement between two sides. There's a serious disagreement here.
But
and
this should be embarrassing to Green. They put give you a united.
It's embarrassing to all of us.
They divided honor him, and it's not bothering him. Obaku held the team together for 2 terms. We never had any of this. The men held that team together. Green, the community divided on his watch, and you okay with that? The men got to go in order for peace to come. Green is the problem. Why did Green give the people money, my man? Why you took the poor 90,000?
The problem is every one of you.
Okay.
It's not just Green.
So what I play now? Tell me my password, I can change, man. Maybe I won't change you. Tell me my own.
The part you playing is that you are the media made the mouthpiece for the other side of the coin.
The other side
of the coin. I mean, look at it or not. Let me tell you this.
Side of justice. If you want to call it side, I'm on the side of justice.
Whatever nomenclature you may give it, on the side of justice, the mouthpiece for the side of justice. Is that it?
You want to call it that way, yes.
Oh, that's why you call it. That's why you just call it. Don't get no for what's my mouth. What I want to say is this. You as spokesperson, Secretary General, you are somebody who is very passionate, very, very passionate about what you do. Anything you do it from the depth of your heart. I see that whether you're going to play Marvel, say you're going to play from the depth of your heart. You are a passionate guy about things that you do. That's why it's very, very difficult for people to just come and just push you around. Because the fact of the matter is that anything you do, you passionate. When you're passionate about it, you learn more about it. When you dress closer to it, will dress closer to you. My thing is, as a passionate, educated guy like you, Otto Jawi, another one, man who served in the Politburo of the Student Unification Party. At that time, the man is now a small intellectual. Otto Jawi and I worked together on several occasions. We have went to war together, arm in arm. As of physical war, intellectual war.
Okay.
Yeah, I say, shooting gun war. War where we fighting a group of other guys. Somebody attack Boto, John on Boto's side, the late Tue Suah, all join together, we'll call each other on the foot, we'll go on our person, we'll move on there.
Your man Africa is in solidarity with you.
Yeah, it's good.
He said, Mr. Togba, I appreciate you, my brother. We need to need people like you to come to the rescue of this community. I will inbox you my number so that we can talk.
Absolutely, I welcome that as well. So the fact of the matter is that we, Boto Jawi, you, Uncle Pisle Ja, all these intellectuals, what is his name, Darius Moe, all these guys, why you allow the community? You know what happened? We had to charge you with tracing. Now what will happen to you now?
Who
all
of
y'all, Boto Jawi, Saryorpodeh, Esotorial Madison, you are calling, Child Moe, we are child tracing. Because what you're doing now in our community is that you're allowing the community to sing. We get the community to keep, and we went on different places to go explore. Coming back now, then we see you're in total chaos. You're putting the community in complete chaos. All of you. Nobody not taking for there. We come out, the whole we expect to be beautiful. The whole upside down a hurricane has went through the entire house. What can happen there? But man, the fact of the matter is you're not allowed to go this far. The fact of the matter is say you're allowed to go this far. Let the people who are claiming to be leaders of the community step aside.
Are you ready right now to be interim president?
I don't think I want to be interim president. I don't think I possess the understanding, the complete understanding of Sabo people to be interim president of Sabo Association in America. That's a position above my head.
I mean, you understand leadership, don't you?
I understand, but this is not just leadership. This is not leadership that you read in school, or you practice at the university campus, or you practice in ministry. There's a macrocosm of the body politics. Macrocosm of the body politics means that this particular thing you have to understand. I don't speak Sabo Google. I don't understand Sabo well, but I don't speak it well. At the first thing first.
So, but Lord, before your man Nathaniel say you can't be a peacemaker at the same time pointing finger on, man. So the man, you questioning you over there, man.
You gotta name the shame. Nathaniel, that's why it is. You gotta name the shame. The shame here is the both people. They are shameless to be holding on the power. The both people are dividing the community. They both people. They both leadership. They both leadership from both sides. Mayakla and Grand Gedeh, including my own brother Madison on the phone with me today. All of your divine the damn community, you guys want to thrive in chaos, the community in complete chaos on all of your leadership. So I'm not pointing finger. I am telling you the truth to your faces that all of you put the community in chaos, and you got to desist from it and let the people rule themselves. Step aside your leadership, all the leadership president in your step aside. Then interim government come to get. They draw some people here, led by Honorable Pisle Ja. We get the single people. We get the Wedja people. We get the people here. Everybody here. Oh God! So we have to be able.
Are you there? It's frozen over there. Kicking out of the studio for now. Okay, so guys, we are winding down here. We are winding down. That's Lioyd Togba. Everybody got the perspective. I respect the guy's view, even though I don't agree with him. Yeah, but that's how it is. That's why democracy, it can be cordial. We don't have to fight each other, and call each other names. But we can, I mean, professionally and disagree with each other. That's fine. I fundamentally disagree with the brother. I'm not the one that causing confusion. I think as a media platform, if we, as a body and also a part of our organization, if we agree on something, it should be done. If we agree that you are the leader, we give you, for example, scholarship for our children, it should be given. If you don't give it, I can be quiet about it. Let me bring the brother back on here. Yeah, Lloyd, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. My
device at the back.
internet but can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right.
No, you're frozen. Yeah, the brother is frozen. Let's see. So Lloyd will be on shortly, guys. You're watching Voice of Sinoe here, and I see he's back again. Let me see.
Yeah, my thing is that regardless of what all have been taking place, we got to put ourselves together as Sabo people to find a better way to run and lead our community.
Why the audio quality has been compromised? Is everything okay on your side?
No, everything is not okay on my side because the original phone I was using, for some reason it went off. So
okay, I understand.
I beg you, please bear with me. Say we're almost at the end of the show.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we're almost done. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so my thing is that we have to be able to put things into perspective. What we put into perspective is that the Sabo organization needs radical transformation. Radical transformation means that we must do things all of the unusual. All of the unusual means a President Clark needs to step down and Grand Gedeh needs to step down for us to have interim leadership, so be it, for the sake of peace. If President Clark and Grand Gedeh can agree to work as power sharing government, then they can agree. Equal powers, equal everything, power sharing government. Then we can agree and go forward. But we have to be able to go forward with this Sabo Association without conflict.
Okay. All right, so Lloyd, you've been on for a while. Let me just give you the opportunity to wrap up, man, so you can attend to other things, okay?
Yeah. My parting message to the Sabo people is that first I want to speak to Mrs. Meyer Clark, Mr. Clark Meyer. And I beg you, for the sake of Sabo people, for the sake of making sure that our children will remember this organization as a noble organization, power to resolve this ongoing feud within our community. It's not healthy for us. It's not healthy for our children. Now, to Grand Gedeh, you have served a term and you have brought development to this organization. We have a nursing quarter and we have place where people can go seek, Sabo can go seek medical attention, which is good. But at the same time, I want you to keep in mind that all of your legacy is at stake right now. You have to do everything you can in your power to find peaceful resolution to this problem. And so that our children can remember you guys for the work that you have done. To the board of directors, whether it's the one that is the statical auntie, or the one that was elected in Minnesota, or the one that was elected in Florida. We are calling you guys as key player and stakeholder of this community. that this is the time for all to put aside our differences for forward march. I am grateful for the role that most people who have been trying to play in the cause of bringing peace in our community. Like my brother Saryorpodeh say, on the side of justice, but our young for a great society and for a great organization based on our past struggles in the face of impenetrable odds and better experiences the Sabo people have undergone. It should not only awaken our organization, but our strong desire and determination to move forward. But yet, we help us combine our efforts and forces with development, loving people in the cause of bringing relief to the Sabo people in Sinoe County and around Liberia. And with this hope and determination, I know that we will march confidentially forward into an agreement that will be able to what? Bring both sides on the table of negotiation and brotherhood. And we will knock glass and shake hands and we'll carry our organization forward. I am appealing to both sides. I am appealing to the leadership of Grand Gedeh. I'm appealing to the leadership of President Clark. Put aside everything. Above all else, Sabo people matters. That's my plea to the poster, and that's my parting statement.
All right, Lord. Well said, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate your time. Yeah, we need to hear from everybody.
And I hope this will not be the last time I'll be here.
Anytime you want to come on, send me the request and we can come on and have a conversation. Anything about the community. I mean, I don't want to tell people, I don't want people to agree with me. I don't want people to say yes sir, yes sir. I want somebody to disagree with me. Let me sharpen my position better. Let me reassess my position. You know, so anytime you want to come on the platform,
stop looking for confrontation.
All right, man. Have a good day. All right.
All right. Have a blessed day. God bless you.
Just I'm feeling not yet. All right, man. That's Lioyd Togba there, and my brother. You know, we don't agree on everything, but that's it. You know, that's how mature people, adults. That's how we have conversation. I mean, the people don't agree with him. I don't agree with him. He said something that I agree with, but not everything. You know, especially when he said we should dissolve the legitimate administration of the union. I would not agree with that proposition. You know, but how he said, you know what? Let the Green Code Gedeh from out of the way, Green Code Gedeh to sit down. That's something that will resonate with me. But now, ladies and gentlemen, while we're on, we got a breaking news. So let me break the breaking news here. Let's see here. I got a quick breaking news here. Let me change something at the back here. Guys, I'll soon be done. Okay, so we can. All right, let me get the breaking news out here quickly. Something just popped up while I was on. It just came out in a factual raw voice of Sinoe. So where's my device? Okay, I'll be right back with the breaking news. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the breaking news coming to the factual realm of voice is Sinoe. It says J. Edizana Tote, his name was submitted not too long ago to the board of directors of the USAA to occupy the position of publicity chairman for the national administration. And so while we were on, the information just came into the factual realm that Edizana Tote has been confirmed by the board of directors, I should say, to be the national chairman, the chairman for the publicity committee of the USAA. Again, the board of directors of the United Sapphire Association in Americas just approved Mr. J. Edizana Tote Sr. To be the chairman of the USAA Publicity Committee. Basically, he is the spokesperson for the organization, for the union, for the Francis Clark Myers administration. All right, so we want to say congratulations to Mr. Tote. You are sitting in the seat of the great man, Saryorpodeh Esoteric. Served in a capacity before on G. Geleo, and because of the president's lack of communication, I was compelled to relinquish the position. And now you are sitting in the seat of the great man, and so I wish you well. You will perform well. I know you are passionate about the union, the plight of our people. You went to Florida, all the conventions so far. I have seen you participating, and so you will serve well in this capacity. And so, on behalf of the office of the national president, Her Excellency President Francis Clark Myers, we want to say congratulations. Welcome on board. You are on a good team. And I think the president is coming leading an entourage. Sooner rather than later, on the 18th of February, she will be in the Midwest, and we will meet. I think you will be there in Minnesota, and you live in Minnesota, of course. So, but I think you will be in Iowa for us to engage the members over there to see how we can work together to bring the union together. Like Lioyd said, we have to do something, and that's what the president has been doing, and that is why she has been reaching out to people. I mean, some people will be unkind, like people like Mark Yemen. You say, "Oh, I'm for peace," but I will Grand Gedeh. So the president is reaching out. She's doing everything to bring everybody to the table. Right now, the election for the Minnesota chapter is coming up pretty soon. Tote is part of the Minnesota chapter, and also once that administration, the election, we don't know who will be elected, but we are quite sure somebody who will be pro the union and not pro Geleo, because we are not serving an individual. We are serving the union. So the election that is coming up in Minnesota, we are quite sure that somebody who supports the agenda of the union will be elected. And so, Tote, congratulations on your confirmation as the publicity man sitting in the seat of Saryorpodeh Esoteric. All right, guys, that's the breaking news there for you. That came to the factual room of Voice Sano while we were. Let me see some of the reactions when they news. They say congratulations, Baku, and that's from Alpha Cow, former president, USAA Minnesota chapter, the man who resigned because of President Geleo incessant contravention of the Constitution. So the man was compelled to resign. This is the man who was advocating for Mr. Geleo. I mean, we sent him. We had this group they call USAA Social, Political, and Economic Reformers. We established that group. Mr. James Yonte was the acting chairman at the time. No rules in place, no constitution, no document. Out of the blue, sorry for laughing, but out of the blue, you bet Africa, Melvin doers, let's fire, Jala. So the guy got together and fired him, man. Anyway, so the men want to negotiate for all the how Grand Gedeh recruited a man. I said, what? We say our man to negotiate. Then we recruited your man Gio. But later on, your man Melvin Dewey, you saw the light. He's a smart guy. When we were in Ghana, he was the president of the State House, and also he saw the light through the tunnel. He saw that it was a train coming, blasting away. He said, I got to get out of the way. So he left Grand Gedeh. All right, the chair lady, the national chair lady, also say congratulations, buddy, Kilewie, Alexander Tote Suah. Okay, that's the national chair lady. Man, Vema, Smith. Or Ma, let me put that man there before I get in trouble. She's the national chair lady. So that's a reaction there from the national chair lady. Haha, I thought so too. I don't know what you were referring to. All right, so that's some of the reactions that came in. Let me see more got to come in here. Clark Myers' legacy is not in any jeopardy. Okay, I think he was reacting to that brother. Okay, so guys, that's what we have coming on right now. GS, your guest, is clueless when it comes to USA. He is just a good talker. All right, Ali got a compliment from the chair lady over there. So guys, that's the development now. The union now has a spokesperson, and so you'll see official communications will be coming from the office of the chairman of the publicity committee, the great man J. Arizona Tote Kedeweye. He's the spokesperson for the union now. He's a level-headed guy. Very thoughtful. He's not rambunctious, impetuous in speech. The man is very thoughtful, and so you got a good. He writes pretty well as well, So you got a good guy who is in charge of that committee, and we are again glad to have you on board. All right, guys. That's what I have for you for the night. I want to say thank you so much. I don't know. I can't read all the comments right now. What's the word for when you're hungry? I'm ravenous. I'm hungry right now. I need some condiment in the system. I need some nutrition to get energized for the next show that's coming up pretty soon. That how we do it. How we do it for the night, right? You know how the closing song is? Is the closing song here for the night? We won. I can't go without putting the president's comment here. The president just commented. And so we want to see what the president said, the national leader of our union, congratulating. The president said, congratulations, Mr. J. Gedeh Tote Suah, okay, on your confirmation as the chairman for the publicity committee, the former committee that Doc Saryorpodeh served on before. All right, guys. That being said, as I blend it, they'll leave the commotion. They'll leave the confusion. Watch out to want peace and unity. Thank you for following Voice of Sinoe, the most informative platform for the people of Sinoe County. I want to say thank you. My daughter says subscribe to our platform and like. All right.
And
all right.
follow.
And follow us. Okay. Thank you guys and have a wonderful night. We are out.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I don't like that bye-bye. Later.
See you tomorrow.
Later. See you later.
Okay.